And good afternoon and welcome. My name is Paul Grogan, and today I'm going to be delivering the worst teach of a game I've ever done on video. So apologies for that in advance, but yeah, thank you for joining me today. We've got a few people in the chat, which is good to see. So yeah, this video is being done as part of Virtual GridCon, which is an online convention that I'm doing this weekend. And as part of that, I've chosen a few games that I'm going to be basically teaching people who are taking part in the convention. So I'm joined by 4 people today who are joining me, and I'm going to be teaching them how to play the game. Now, the plan was, Watch Your Game were sponsoring this content to help, obviously, pay for some of my time in organising all of this, but there is no way that I am going to be sending them an invoice for any of my work because, yeah, today's gone a little bit wrong. A few things overran by quite a lot, which means the 1 hour that I had booked out to set the game up, prepare myself, read through the rules and make sure that I knew exactly what was going on, unfortunately didn't happen. So as I mentioned at the very start, this is going to be the worst teaching video that I've done because I unfortunately haven't had time today to refresh myself on the rules. I've got the rule books with me and some guy called Paul Grogan helped write them, so I hope they're okay. But yes, it's going to be a very rough teach, and apologies for that. But yeah, it's going to be okay. We'll be fine. We'll work it out. Nuno from Watch Your Game was in the chat half an hour ago. He's probably fallen asleep somewhere, but he might be here, and he'll pick up hopefully if we make any mistakes. Right. So the people I'm joined by today. Let's say hello to Mr. James Kenny.
Hello, Paul.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Enjoying Virtual GridCon?
Good. Now you've got a physical copy of this game, haven't you?
Yes, it's my girlfriend's, Amy. Yeah,
With the
her copy
expansion?
with the expansion.
Right.
We haven't played the expansion. I've not played the expansion.
Right.
It's been sat on the shelf for a little while.
Yeah.
Keep meaning to get to it, so I thought this was a perfect opportunity to learn from the master.
Normally, yes, but you picked the wrong day. The wrong day. Right. Who else is with us today? Ian's with us. Hello, Ian.
Hi, Paul.
Now, do you have a physical copy of this game?
I do. I played it once, and typically, as is my style, I bought it and haven't played it since.
Right. Okay. So you're joining in as a refresher on how to play.
You might as well treat me as never played it before because I don't recognise any of this. I might even be thinking the wrong game.
I mean, I don't know how you could get mixed up because there are no other games out there with the word railroad in the title, is there?
Yeah, I think I've got the right player board.
Right, excellent. Who else is joining us today? Jamie.
Hi, Paul.
Same question. Have you got a copy of the game at home and not played it?
I have the base game.
Okay.
I've played it a couple times. I have never played the expansion.
Ah, right. How well do you know the base game then?
It's been a while, but fairly okay.
Okay, possibly better than me, so that's good. Right, okay. Yeah, so we'll focus mainly on the expansion stuff today. And Matthew.
Hello.
What position are you in with the game?
I haven't got it at all.
Right.
Never played it.
Excellent. Right, okay. So we can tell you absolutely anything and you'll believe us.
That's fine.
Right, okay. So yes, thank you very much to everybody for joining us in the chat, and we're going to start. And as I say, apologies in advance, but I am going to be referring to the rule book for some fundamental things like how you win. So this is a 2 to 4 player competitive game set at a time when the railroads were being built across America. Everybody starts off over here. You see that there is track here, one for each player colour. So everybody starts off with this piece of track already in the game, and during the game you will be laying new track and going over to the other cities. But there's lots of other things that you can be doing as well. That is just one of the things that you can do. Now the points, there isn't a point track on the board. There is a score pad, okay? And we will be filling in the score pad at the end of the game. Is this the right score pad? That is the question. Because we're playing with the Railroad Evolution expansion. So Railroad Revolution is the base game. Railroad Evolution is the expansion set that came for it, which is a completely new map and some fundamental rules. These things you see here on the left and the right, they are from the expansion. And the expansion did introduce a new score pad, which is this the new one? Yes, this is the new one. Okay, so points are going to be scored at the end of the game. And one thing I always like to do is I like to cover the scoring right at the start of the game so you all know what you're aiming for. So yeah, this is a score pad that's divided into 4 sections, basically. Well, 4. There's 4 score pads on here. And we track the 4 different coloured companies. So the first thing up there, probably can't see it that well, but let's zoom in. I've got this zoom in thing just about working. Overhead camera, there we go. So the first thing on the scorepad is these performance tiles, and the performance tiles is something new for this version of the game. And each player now has their main player board and also a separate player board. So this is from the expansion. You are going to be collecting performance tiles during the game. You're going to start with one of them. For example, this one. It's going to go here. You can get more during the game, and you will be trying to move this performance tile up. And at the end of the game, you will score for your performance tile based on, so this is the scoring sheet that tells you how many points each tile is worth, and they're all based on meeting certain conditions, and then multiplied by how high it is. Okay, so let's just take this one, for example. That one there is, just trying to find it on the sheet, 4 points for each of your stations in cities where the primary reward of the city is game advancement points. Okay, and if it was down at the bottom, that be then times 1. If it was there, it'd be times 2. There, it'd be times 3, and there, it'd be times 4. So obviously, if you start the game with that performance tile, it kind of gives you an objective. You are trying to get stations in cities whose primary reward is to gain advancement points, and the further you get it up, the more points you're going to get from it. Okay, so very, very detailed, but that's the first thing on the scoring thing here. Okay, so that's the first thing, is the performance tiles. The next thing is it's the bit over on the right hand side of the board, which is this. Now, what's this called? It used to be called the performance track in the original version of the game.
I think it still is.
It's still the performance track. Okay, so this is the performance track. Each player starts with a marker, which is just off the performance track. You can see here. And basically, during the game, when you get advancement points, you're going to be moving your marker up this track. You will see on there that there is a 5 point, there is a 10 point, and there is an 18 point. So if you reach that certain point, then at the end of the game, it's going to be worth points. Okay? So that's the second way that you can get points. Let's go back to the score pad. Third way you can get points is Western Union. So down at the bottom of the board, I'm going to have to use this preset, aren't I? Yeah, so down at the bottom of the board along here, this is the telegraph network. So instead of laying, well, instead of, but as well as laying track on the main board, you can also develop the telegraph network by placing your stations into these spaces here, for example, like that. And I think that you're going to get points based on these tiles. These were randomly placed. So this one, for example, once you've got 2 on either side, you will get 9 points for every station that you have in a level 3 city. Okay, now the cities, just zooming forward, you'll notice the cities they've got a number on them. So this here is, 9. If you've got these 2, it basically activates this ability, and that's going to give you 9 points for each station you have in a level 3 city. Yeah, I think that's how that works. Let's just double check. In case somebody in the chat tells us, no, Paul, you're talking complete nonsense. But I think that is right. Telegraph. Oh, we need some telegraph tiles. Yes, I haven't got them yet. They are just off camera. I'll get them in a minute. But yeah, endgame scoring, telegraph connections. Each player who built a telegraph office in 2 adjacent telegraph sections earns points. Yeah, it's exactly what I said. Right, okay, cool. Next thing on the scorepad is... What have I done with the scorepad? There's the scorepad. The next thing is your milestones. Okay, now, there are a number of milestones in the game. You can see them here. We have 5 decks, A1, A2, B, C, and D. Each player is going to start with an A1 and an A2 milestone. These are going to be face up. And let's pick the ones for red to start with, so that I can show you what they are. Okay, so these are red's milestones at the start of the game. These are the 2 that... Who was red again?
Me, Ian.
Ian? Right, okay. So these are your 2 milestones that you start the game with. They are basically like mini objectives. You are trying to accomplish these during the game. And when you accomplish them, you will flip them face down, and then you will take a new milestone. And the later milestones, the B, Cs and the Ds, are harder to do, but they're worth a lot more points. So yeah, they're like mini goals, mini objectives that you'll be trying to achieve, and they can be worth a lot of points as well. Okay, and when you trade in an A, you take one from the B, and then when you trade in a B, you take one from the C, and if you trade in a C, you take one from the D. One of the things that you can do. So they're yours. And that is milestones. And then what else is on there? Trains. Okay, so obviously it's a train game, and there are trains in there. So everybody starts the game with one of these trains which has a particular special ability. Other trains are available in this supply here, and I can't quite scroll to the left, but there are some other trains here. And trains have an ability on them, but to use the ability, you have to flip them face down. And if you notice, they're not worth any points if they're flipped face down. So if you have a face-up train at the end of the game, for each one you've got, they're worth 8 points each. Okay, and that, I think, although we've gone into quite a lot of detail, is how you score your points. So just as a summary, you've got the performance tiles, you've got the performance track, you've got the Western Union, you've got your milestones, and you've got your trains. And that's how you're going to get your points during the game. Right, so how long does the game last? Well, I don't think it's a fixed number of rounds. What's going to happen is each player has got a set of wooden pieces, which are houses and rails, and you always take from the left-hand side. And then you'll notice here is on the red player board is your, the graphic of your company. And once all of the section to the left of that is completely clear, that's going to trigger the end of the game. Can't remember exactly. I think it's you finish that round and then play one more. I think I'll check that later on. But that's essentially what it is. Okay, there is a timer on the game, and it is building those bits onto the board. Right. Okay. I'll just allocate the milestones now, and then we'll go through them. Yep.
Do you want me to read that end of game? I've got the rule.
Oh, sure. Yeah, if you've got it handy. Yeah.
Yeah. When one player completely clears all the sections of their player board to the left of their company logo, leaving no buildings and no rails, continue playing until all players have had the same number of turns, i.e. the player seated to the right of the first player. Then each player takes one more turn and the game ends.
Yeah, so finish the round and play one more. Right, okay, cool. Let's just put that there. I'm going to shuffle these. And let's assign these there. This is the setup. Right, okay. So what do you do on your turn? Well, you start the game with 4 of these white generic, don't have any special powers at all workers. Each player starts with 4 of them the same. And let's zoom in on one of the player boards. Because what you do, it's not scrolling. It's not letting me scroll. Maybe if I do that. Oh, there we go. A little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah, there you go. Right, okay. So there is a player board. You basically have 4 main actions. And you will choose one of those 4 actions to perform. And then you will choose which of your workers you want to place on the action. And you'll notice that there is this, if you were to get one of the coloured workers, the purple, the orange, the grey or the blue, it would basically give you a special ability that makes the main action better. At the start of the game, everybody just has the 4 white generic ones, plus 1 extra, okay? Everybody's going to start the game with 1 extra one. So let's say, Ian, you started with the purple worker. That means you could use the purple worker on this action here. You would get to build a station in a city, and you would also get to do this as well. Okay, so using one of the coloured workers gets you extra bonuses. So these are generally better. You also start the game, you can see here, with $600. Everybody starts with $600 in cash. Everybody starts with one of these trains. Everybody's got the same type of train to start with. And everybody has 3 shares. Now, shares are going to be used later in the game for making deals, but also you can cash in a share for $150 if you really need to. That is a one-way transfer. You cannot buy shares for $150. You can only sell them. So generally speaking, you want to use your cash because you want to save your shares for making deals. But if you do need more money and you run out, you can use your shares. Right, okay, so the 4 different actions. Let's go through them and see what you can do. So sequence of play, take a worker from your personal supply, place it on one of the 4 action spaces, and then perform the depicted main action. Okay, so the first action is build a station in a city that you are connected to. So let's have a look at the board. This is the board. At the start of the game, every player is only connected to these two cities. Okay, so it's fairly simple. It's easier to explain in words and pointing to things than it was in the rulebook. But basically, yeah, everybody's connected to those two cities. If red was to build a piece of track there, red is now also connected to this city. Okay, so this action, the station action, allows you to put a station in a city that you're connected to. Now, each player can have a station in every city, but there's a bonus for the person who got there first, which is what this bit on the left is. These, by the way, were randomly, so the twos were shuffled and placed randomly. These two are fixed, they're not tiles. So yeah, building a station in a city, you would do it like that. Any other player who wanted to go in there would just go to the right. Okay. Everybody who builds the station gets the primary bonus, and then whoever was the first in there gets the secondary bonus. The primary bonus is printed on the left, and the secondary bonus is printed on the right, I think, or is it the other way around?
Just checking that, people.
Yeah, action workers, building a station. Okay, no, other way around. The primary reward is on the right, so everybody gets that. What's on the left is only for the player who built that first station. Now, the cost to build a station is actually... what is the cost to build a station? That's a good question. Is there a cost? Build a station in the city that you're connected to. I don't know whether there is.
I don't. You must pay the cost indicated on the top of the city.
Oh, of course, yes.
You may take the primary reward to
Yeah,
pick
thank
things
you.
on the right.
There you go. So you can see each city has a chalkboard above it with the cost printed on it. Okay, so that's how much you pay to place a station. So in that particular example that we covered there, it would be $200 to place that station there. You would get a grey worker, which comes from the supply. And then if you were the first player to go there, you would also be able to pay $100 to flip a train over. Okay, so that's how that works. And that's the building a station. What I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to cover the 4 main actions first, and then I'll cover the special abilities of the coloured workers. So action number 1 is building a station, and that's what you do. You take it from the left-hand side of your player board, and you put it onto the board in a city that you are connected to. Right, the next action is railroad. The cost to build railroads is a minimum of 400, and that allows you to build 2 pieces of rail, which always come from the left-hand side of your player board. But then you'll notice here it says minus 100 multiplied by a triangle. So if we have a look at the spaces on the board, you will see some of them have, well, lots of them have triangles on. If there's 1 triangle, that's going to cost you an extra 100. 2 triangles is 200. 3 triangles is 300. So it represents the extra cost of building through difficult terrain. The rules about building are that you must expand your network. So again, the first time you build, it has to be either there, there, or there, or there. If you build 2 at a time, they could be, one could be up there, one could be down here, or you could build one on the end of something that you've already built that turn. That is how you expand your railroad. Why do you want to be doing that? Well, you want to expand your railroad for a couple of reasons. The first one is to allow you to build stations in these other ones, but also, as we'll see later on, there's benefits to linking up certain cities based on the milestone tiles that you've got. So there you go, that's what the second action does, that is building rails. Now the third action is telegraph. And that is this bit down at the bottom of the board here. So with the telegraph action, what you do is... telegraph action, main action, take the leftmost building from your player board and place it in an available section of the telegraph line depicted on the bottom of the board. So again, similar to the stations in cities, you place the stations in here and they represent telegraph offices, and whoever was the first one in there will get a bonus. Now, all of these spaces, the primary bonus is getting shares, and whoever is in there first gets extra shares. So this left space here, if Ian was to build in there, that would be 5 shares, 3 normally, plus an extra 2 because you were the first. Now, the thing that is missing from the setup is these telegraph tiles that I've not put out yet. So I'm going to give these a quick shuffle.
And I
these
think
go
you
on here.
don't put one in the left and the
Okay.
right. I think.
There you go. That sounds about right. Okay, that means I've got two. Yeah, that means I've got one spare.
Shuffle them and randomly place one face up in each of the 5 central sections, leaving
Done
left
that.
and right empty.
Yeah.
Place the remaining tile back in the box.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Now that is an extra bonus that you get. So you'll get the shares for putting the station in there, but then you also have the telegraph tile. So regardless of whether you place the first station or not, anytime you place a telegraph office in there, you may activate this tile here. And the cost to activate is the same for all of them. It is discard one of your workers. So literally remove one of your workers. Is it that? Yeah, discard any one of your workers from either your player board or your supply to take the bonus depicted on the telegraph section. So yeah, it's a way, if you think of it, kind of like a deck building game without a deck, where your workers are your deck, because what's going to happen, let's just skip forward a minute, is once you've placed all of your workers at the start of your turn, if you don't have any workers to place, you get all your workers back and then you go again. And the white ones, because they have no special abilities, you kind of want to thin them out and replace them with better ones that are going to do special abilities. So yeah, that's how that bit works. And as we mentioned, the telegraph office is going to get you extra bonuses during the game and points at the end of the game. Right. The fourth action is...
I think you can never go down below 4 workers, Paul.
That is true. Yeah, I was going to mention that later, but thank you. Now is probably the time. Yeah, you can't ever go below 4 workers. So if you have an action that would allow you to discard a worker and you've only got 4, you can't do it. Right, the final action is trade. Now, in the base game, this is really easy. What you would do, you'll notice on your player board there is a value above each of the things here. You're selling stock of your company for money, is what it means. So what you do is you either take the leftmost station or the leftmost piece of rail. In the base game, you would discard it to the box and you would simply get the amount of money that's shown above it, which actually goes up because it represents the fact that your company is increasing in value. And also, you see here, as well as selling a piece of your thing, you also get the ability to flip a train over. In the expansion, this is all replaced. Well, it's kind of replaced. It's kind of added to with this new section on the left-hand side here, which has slightly got itself shifted because I moved the board around. But we have a set of tiles up here, which are all the same. There's a big stack there. And then there are all these that were shuffled and placed out randomly. So now what happens when you trade, I'm just going to get the rule book for the expansion to make sure I get this bit right. Yeah, so the trade action, when you take a rail or building to trade, you do not discard it to the box, but instead you place it in the trade area here. You can either place it up here, in which point you get one of these while stocks last, or if you want one of those two, you put it in here and you take one of those two. But each of these spaces can only have one thing in it. So again, if Ian comes along and decides to put a rail there and take this one, then whoever wanted this one would have to put a station there. Okay? What these do is these are, what are they called?
Wagons?
Wagons and tenders. So what they do is they increase the power of your trains. What you do is you will have a train, for example, this train here, and if you take a wagon, you attach it to that train, and every time you activate the ability of this, you get the special bonus as printed on the wagon. So yeah, they basically make your trains better, is what they do. You only get the bonus of the wagon and the tender when you flip the connected train face down. Yes, when you flip it face up, you don't get to take any bonus. Right.
Paul, I don't know if it's just the Skype or if it's the same for YouTube. We can't quite see the top of those, the tender section and the top of the top row of wagons were off the top of the screen. On that zoom you just had then.
On that zoom, yeah. I mean, I can move it around. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Right, so yeah, they're the 4 main actions. I'm tempted, not to actually go into full detail about all of the different colours, but I'm going to whiz through them briefly, okay? But if you want to know more later on, just ask. So, purple workers in the station bonus, as well as doing the main action, allow you to spend 100 to flip a train. The yellow one means you don't have to pay for the station. It means it's free. The grey one means that you get the first station bonus even if you weren't the first station in there. And I think if you were the first station in there, I think you get it twice. And the second, the blue worker is you pay $300 to get the primary reward a second time. Okay, so that's what those do. Building a railroad. The purple worker allows you to buy a train. So there is a supply of trains in the game, and you can buy a train for 300. The orange worker basically gives you a discount on building. It's done as you gain money, but effectively it's a discount on the building. The grey worker gives you 2 shares, and the blue worker allows you to build a third piece of rail, so 3 instead of 2. In the Western Union, the purple worker allows you to exchange any one of your workers with one from the supply, the general supply. The orange worker is you get $100 as an extra bonus for each share that I think you just gained, not for one that you've got, but for one that you've just gained. The grey one again is the first station bonus, even if you weren't the first. And the blue one is that whenever you activate one of the abilities of these telegraph tiles, you can do so, you can spend $400 to do so without expending a worker. And finally, on the trading section, if you use a purple worker, you get 3 advancement points. I'll come on to that in a second. Orange worker, you get $100 for each train that you've got. The grey worker is you can make a deal, and we haven't really mentioned deals yet, but grey workers allow you to get a deal. And the blue worker allows you to flip a train. So that's those briefly. So some concepts that I've mentioned a few times already is flipping trains. And I'm going to try and emphasize this because this is probably the most common mistake that I see when people are playing games. And that's because intuitively, almost every game that you play that has, a tile with an ability on it, you can choose to flip that tile over at any time to get the ability of it. Okay? Not in this game. Okay? In this game, you are only allowed to flip it over and use its ability when you are specifically told you may now flip a train. And once you do, you flip it over, you get the ability, and it is now flipped over. And if you ever get another ability to flip a train, you can then flip it back, okay? So you cannot just flip these over whenever you want to. You can only do so when you are allowed to. And as we mentioned, if you've got wagons on the train, that makes it better. Okay, so that's that mentioned. Deals, let's mention deals now. There is a big pile of deals here, okay? Is the top one revealed? I think it might be.
I seem to remember, isn't there 2 available deals?
No, well, there's one tile, but there is 2 different deals on the same tile.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shuffle the deal tiles, form a face down stack and place it. Turn the tile on top face up.
There you go.
Is the setup.
All coming back to me. Right, now, deals get triggered at various points in the game, and you will see here. So whenever anybody builds a piece of rail here, that triggers a deal. So they aren't triggered, they are triggered by other things happening in the game. And in the original version of the game, there used to be deals triggered on the telegraph thing as well, but I think that's gone now. I think it is just when you build track in these deal spaces, okay? So at various points in the game, I think it happens at the end of the active player's turn, we will look at the deal tile, and starting with the active player and going clockwise around the table, each player can do one of these deals, or it might be that the start player, the person who triggered it, can do both of them. Let me just have a look. Deals.
Page 10.
Page 10. Deals. There we go. The player who just placed the rail or office. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was right. The player who caused the deal to trigger may accept one or both of the deals, and then in clockwise order, each player may accept one of the deals. And if you remember what I said earlier on, deals require shares. They're all different, but this one is spend 1 share to buy a train for a discount of 200. Or, well, not a discount of 200. Spend 200 to buy a train. And this one is 3 shares to place an office in the Western Union, and I think that means don't get the bonus, something like that. But anyway, that's deals. That's what you need shares for. And finally, I think before we get started, was talk about the performance track. So in the original version of the game, there were 3 performance tracks. Now we only have 1. And anytime you get advancement points, which is seen as this icon here means gain advancement points. You actually now have 2 choices of what you do with that. The first choice is you move your little marker up here as many spaces as you're allowed. There are certain costs. Once you get to this point, you've got to pay 300 to go to that, to go past there. There you have to pay 2 shares, and there you have to discard a worker. So there are costs to move up. We mentioned at the start there are points if you reach certain intervals, but now we also have these things here. So when you get to this first position here, you get to take one of the performance tiles, and these were sort of randomly placed out at the start of the game. If you stop or pass through a slot with one of these symbols, take one of the performance tiles from the row alongside and place it on your player board extension in an empty slot with the depicted numeral 1 or 2. So, am I going to scroll down? Yeah, I can scroll down. So if yellow was to move onto this space, for example, you could say, oh, I really fancied this one. And you could take it, and then you would put it on an empty space of your player board. That came from a number 1 spot, so it would have to go on the bottom. But up here, nope, can't quite see it on there. Yeah, up here, if you take one of these top ones, you see that there's a Roman numeral 2 next to it. That means you could place it on your...
So it just starts higher. They can always move. They can always move up anyway,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the second thing that you can do. So anytime you get advancement points, if you remember, I just said you can do 2 things with them. One of them is move up on the advancement track. The other one is that you move an existing marker that you already have up on your own advancement track, and the cost to do that is shown on the right hand side. So to move from level 1 to level 2 costs you 2 advancement points. To move from 2 to 3 costs 3, and to move from 3 to 4 costs 3, and you have to discard a worker. And remember, the very first thing I explained when I was talking about the rules are these performance tiles are points at the end of the game. So whenever you get the opportunity to take a performance tile, we will then explain what the different performance tiles are. It's going to be a bit tricky because you're not sat at the table, so you can't see everything at once. But this is going to be a learning game anyway. So, right. Is that pretty much all of the rules apart from the milestones?
Can I mention, promoting workers is the only thing that I'd noticed.
Yeah. So, and that all relates to the company milestones. So let's look at Ian's milestones again that he's got at the start of the game, which were these 2. Okay. So the milestones, again, it's like a lot of games. Once you understand the iconography, it's really easy. This milestone here means you need to have a station in one level 1 city. And also, you need to be connected with your rails to 2 different level 2 cities. As soon as you've done that, you are in a position where you might be able to complete this milestone. But to do so, if you imagine this is like an office in your company, somebody has to work in that office. And that means promoting one of your workers from your supply here, promoting them to become a manager and actually putting them on there. This one requires a blue worker, or teal, we'll call him blue. So you've got this worker and you have to promote them and you put them on there. As soon as you've done as soon as you've met the requirements of the milestone and there is a manager on the tile, you can then complete it. And you can actually promote the manager even before you've met these conditions. So you can build the office, set the guy working in the office, even though he hasn't actually met the conditions yet. So you can do those things in either order. Once you've done that, that gets returned to the supply, you flip it over, you say it's done, and then you take a new milestone. So how do you promote your people? Well, that's what this icon means here. So everybody starts the game with a train that allows them to promote 2 workers. And it says A to D because that's what the milestones are. The milestones are A to D. But there is another way that you can promote your workers as well, which is, I mentioned if you use a white worker, it doesn't have a special ability. That's a lie. it does, and the special ability is promote one worker. And the worker you promote can be either from your supply that you haven't used yet or your player board. And you move them onto the milestones. And some of the later milestones, just to let you know, will require 2 workers. So they are a lot harder to achieve. Right, that's completing milestones. And
can I add one thing to that, Paul?
Yeah,
I think I'm right in saying that you can use a coloured worker. You can pretend he's not. You can pretend it's a white worker.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If you want to promote.
Yeah. So if you really needed to promote, Ian, and you only had this purple worker left in your supply, you could place it, you know, as if it was a generic non-special worker. You could say, right, for this turn, this purple one is actually white. You don't get to do its own ability, but you get to do the promote ability instead. So, right, okay. So let's have a look at. Let's have a look again at Ian's 2 starting milestones. So we've mentioned the first one, and the second one is to have 2 pieces of track in spaces on the board that were really difficult to build in. Okay, because you like mountains. So that's what yours are. Right, let's move across and have a look at yellows, which is you, James, I think.
Yep.
Right, so your starting milestones are these 2. Now, can you work out what those are?
So that is have 2 really easy to build in railroads, and have one. Is that one in a level 1 city and one in a level 2 city?
Exactly right. Yeah, 1 station in a level 1 city and 1 station in a level 2 city.
Is that a purple worker? I can't quite tell the one on the left.
Grey.
It's grey. Okay.
Grey. That's grey.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's yours. Let's flip up to black. Who was black? That was Matthew, wasn't it?
That's Jamie.
Jamie's black. Right, okay, so let's have a look at your 2 starting milestones that you've got. Oh. There we go. Can you work out what those do?
2 roads or 2 tracks in a too difficult zone.
Yep.
And a purple worker, and 2 tracks in, I can't make out the top.
It's connected to 2 different level 2 cities.
Ah, okay. And then one level 2 station.
Yep. Cool. And over here, there's yours, Matthew. You got a bit of shine from the light.
Yeah. The one on the right is 2 lots of track over 1 mountain.
Yep.
One on the left, the bottom bit is a station in a level 2 city, but I can't see the top one.
It is the deal icon. So it's build a rail in a space which triggers a deal.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, right. So the not working. There we go. I think we're back on. Thank you for staying with us. Yeah, software crashed again, and I've lost the zooming in thing. So I'll fix that in a minute. What were we talking about?
You've just gone through all the milestones of each person.
That was it. Set up.
And
oh no, we
I think
didn't
we
have
were
the
just.
zooming in. Excellent. We still have the zooming in thing. So that's what I was doing. I was trying to make this bigger. There we go. Right. So at the start of the game, we have 4 performance tiles that was chosen at random. I say at random. They're actually 1 from A, 1 from B, 1 from C, 1 from D. So there are slightly different themes with the performance tiles, and there's 1 of each. And we do need to pick a start player at random. So let's do that. Stealing a little house from each player. Okay, so start player is blue.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's just pop these back on. So I think this bit is actually in reverse player order now. We've done that. Step 12, proceed randomly, we've done that. Yeah, so in reverse turn order, as in the base game, so this is Ian first, you will get to choose one of these sets. You can either have this tile and a purple worker, this tile and an orange one, this tile and a grey one, or this tile and a blue one. So let me go through what these performance tiles do, because these are going to be kind of like your end game objectives. Where is the reference sheet? There is the reference sheet. Right, so that first one is 3 points per A and B milestone that you have completed at the end of the game. Remember, potentially multiplied by depending on how high you get that performance tile. But yeah, that one is all about completing A and B milestones. The orange worker one is 3 points for each piece of rail that you have built in extremely difficult terrain. The third one, which is the grey worker, is 5 points per station you have built in a level 1 city. And this last one, we kind of mentioned this earlier, this is 4 points for each station that you have built in a city where the primary reward is advancement points, which is like this one here. It's your first game. I wouldn't worry too much about it, but obviously once you've played the game quite a bit, you would be looking at your milestones, you'd be looking at the other stuff, you'd be looking at the board layout, and you'd be coming up with a master strategy.
That never happens.
No.
Okay, well, as soon as I've got the extremely difficult build milestone, I'll take the orange bloke.
You go with that one. Okay. James, you're next.
I think I'll take the milestones one because I reckon I'll do 2 A's and 2 B's. Why not?
Purple is scientifically proven to be the best colour, so...
Behind yellow, yeah.
Right, Jamie, which one would you like?
I would like the station in level 1 cities.
Okay, that is yours. Which means, Matthew, you get this one.
Thank you.
Okay, so this performance tile goes in the bottom right of your player boards. So that is there. I have done all of that. And I think, what's he doing? Get off. I think we might be ready to go. Now, Nuno is not in the chat, so he's probably off playing football somewhere. But hopefully we're okay. Yeah, I do apologise if we get any of the rules wrong. As I say, lost out on time, but I think we'll manage. I think we'll be okay. As long as you don't mind me looking stuff up in the rule book, which I've been doing for the last half hour anyway. We are ready to start. So, choose one of your workers, choose one of the 4 actions, and off we go.
Sorry, could you just remind me what colour man I came away with?
You came away with one of the teal coloured ones, a blue one. And if you need me to zoom in on any particular part of the board, just let me know.
Okay, can I just have an ordinary white person go to the telegraph office?
Okay, so that goes on there. And you get to basically, place your leftmost station. So that's that one. And which section would you like to put it in?
If you could just zoom in at the bottom, please.
Yeah, zoom in and move around. There you go.
Okay, the second one over from the left.
This one? Okay.
Sorry. Other right. Sorry, second over from the right.
Second over from the right. This one?
Yes, please.
Okay, so that's going to get you 4 shares, 2 normally and 2 because you were the first. So here's 4 shares. 1, 2, 3, 4, giving you a total of 7 shares right now. And if you want to, you can discard a worker to take a train.
I'll discard a white worker, please.
From your player board or from your supply?
Player board, please.
So you're getting rid of the one from the player board?
Yeah.
Now, tactically, you might want to get rid of one from your supply, because that way you're then cycling through your workers quicker.
Okay.
So, if it wasn't clear, when you have no workers, you get them back. That's a free thing. It doesn't cost you a turn like in other games. So you kind of want to run out of your workers as
I'll get rid of one of the white ones.
Yeah.
And can I have a money train, please?
Yes, so the trains I hadn't actually mentioned much in detail, but there are 4 types of trains available, and there are multiple copies of each. And 3 advancement points, 600 money, build a piece of track for 100, but don't get the ability, and take 3 shares. And you want the 600 one?
Yes, please.
Right, okay, so that is your train. We're going to put that there. Okay, and also
Thank you.
using a white worker gives you the ability to promote, but that would put you at down to fewer than
Not
4
yet,
workers.
thank you.
Yeah. So, okay, Jamie.
I believe I got a orange worker when I picked my Is
No,
that
you got
correct?
grey.
gray. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I think I want to build a station in Charlotte.
Okay, which coloured worker would you like to use for building the station?
So if I used a gray worker, I would get the 2 extra shares on top of the 2 shares.
No, so building a station, let's just zoom in. Where did you want to build?
In Charlotte.
Yep. So the first, oh yeah, it is. It's 2 shares, isn't it? Yeah.
So I would get 4 shares.
You get 4 shares if you use
Let's
the grey
use-
worker.
Let's use the gray worker then.
Okay. Right. So the grey worker goes onto your player board there. You build a station in there. So the primary reward is you can take either a purple or a blue worker, and then you're also going to get 4 shares.
I would like a purple worker, please.
Purple worker. So purple worker from the supply. That goes in there, and you now have 7 shares.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. James.
Can I just ask? I can't quite see with the telegraph. I can't see the telegraph tiles. Can you zoom in on that?
I can.
Right. So that's. Okay. So I quite like the look of that. Get a $600 space.
Uh-huh.
So let's do the purple bonus for telegraph is
Exchange your worker.
so I could okay. So I will use my purple worker to do a telegraph action.
Yeah.
I've got a purple worker, right?
You do have a purple worker, so that goes.
Yeah, so I'm
here.
gonna do that for the telegraph.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna do the one that's third from the left. I think the one that's plus 600 money.
Yep.
Okay. Which gets me
Gets you 4 shares.
4 shares.
Everybody's getting 4 shares as their first action. Okay. Putting you on 7 shares as well.
And then I'm going to exchange. So I'm going to. The tile lets me ditch a white.
Ditch
worker.
any worker.
Yeah, so I'll ditch a white worker
Yeah.
for 600,
Okay. White workers for 600.
and then because it's the purple worker I used, I can
Yep.
switch a white for. And this might be stupid. What are the colours on my milestones? Orange and grey.
Orange and grey. Yep.
Let's take an orange worker then, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Something in my head is saying you can't exchange a white one for a coloured one, but I think that's just in my head because it does say exchange one of your workers with a worker of your choice from the common supply. Yeah. So.
I understood that was what the point in it was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Otherwise, changing one colour for another sounds quite weak.
it's a long time since I played the game before, so
Yeah.
I might be misremembering.
Yeah. No. I think we're all good. So that's that done. You got your 4 shares. You got your 600. You did the exchange. We're all good. Ian.
Okay.
Let's just move me across a bit.
So going back to the Western Union tiles,
Yep.
on the left-hand end,
Yep.
that's been a worker to place a railing.
Yep. Take the leftmost rail from your player board, place it in an available rail space of your choice at no cost, and ignore any of the special icons. So it does not trigger deals, you don't have to pay for mountains, but it does count as a rail in a space with a mountain, even though you didn't pay for it.
Which sounds like an awesome deal.
Yes.
So if I use my orange worker, is
Yep.
that icon there under the Western Union telling me I'm getting 100 per share?
Yes.
Just have a look. Yeah, so the orange worker, if you use it in the telegraph office, Basically, you're going to get $100 per share that you have just collected.
Okay, well that'll be okay because I'll be collecting 4 if I do the action, won't I?
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to do that?
Yep, sounds like a...
There you go. So you get 4 shares. Putting you on 7 shares plus 400. 1, 2, 3, 4. Putting you on $1,000.
Woohoo.
And if you want to, you can ditch a worker.
Yeah, I'll ditch the white worker and we'll build on that mountain space that I believe I saw.
That would be the one coming out of Charlotte.
Charlotte, yeah.
There you go. Okay. It's a good game, this. I've forgotten how good it was. Right. Okay. Yeah, Matthew, you're up next.
Okay, please can I have my blue one to go to build track?
Yeah. Okay.
Please.
So you're going to get to build 3 pieces of track because you've used your blue
And
worker.
can I use 4 shares to pay for it?
You can if you want to. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is that 600. And you're going to take the 3 leftmost pieces of track off your player board. And where are they going to go?
All right. A piece of track from Washington to Boston, please.
Up at the top. Yep. So that's 500 used.
And then a piece from Charlotte heading towards Miami. So I think it's on planes or something.
Yeah.
And then the next one over, which is one mountain, which should be my full 600.
There's the 600. Yeah.
Yep.
So you are now connected to Miami and up to Boston as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's it.
Thank you.
Okay. Over to Matthew. Oh, sorry, Jamie.
I would like to use my white worker and lay some tracks.
Yep. Okay. 2 pieces of track. Where would you like to lay the track?
Would like to go off of Charlotte, where Matthew's at. Yep.
Yep.
And then so that would be 400, and then I could lay another track go in the same direction for another 100.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do, and I'll use 3 shares and get 50 back, I guess.
3 shares and get 50 back. Yep, that works.
No, I'm sorry. That's not correct. That's not correct, Paul. That's only 450. I owe $500 bucks.
It's the other way around, isn't it?
Yeah, so let's do 3 shares, and I still have $100, so I'll use that to pay for the rest.
Yeah.
And I'll still get 50 back, but
Yeah.
I only spent 3 shares.
So you've now got $550 left.
No.
Did
so.
I forget to pay for something last round?
Yeah, I paid $500 for my station in my first turn.
Yeah, forgot to spend that.
So I should have $50 and 4 shares left.
You do, yes. Okay, cool. James.
Can I just quickly see my milestones going?
Okay.
I'm just wanting to double check that I've got them right. I think I know what I'm going to be doing either way. So that's what is it? A 1 times level 1 city and a 1 times level 2, or 2 times level 2?
1 times.
And it's 2 on planes.
2 on planes. Yep.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to use my orange worker to do the station action.
Which means it's free.
Which means it's free, and I'm going to do that in Washington.
Yep.
Because that's an expensive place to go.
It is. Yep. Okay.
And that gets me.
Primary reward is orange or grey worker.
Which, for the sake of diversity, I will take a grey worker.
And the first station bonus is 1 advancement point. 1 advancement point.
And I'm already 3 up the track. So
yeah, 1 advancement point is not enough to start this going. So it is literally just that.
Yeah, that's perfect. It's fine. I'm happy with that.
Okay, you done, Ian?
Can I also have a look at my My tiles, please.
You can.
Need 2 of those. Connections to level 2. Okay.
Okay.
Right, thank you. Yeah. So, what's the benefit of building it into the station I've just connected to, the level 2 there? Well, I need to build in that one of the level 1s, don't I? So.
No, I don't believe so. I think you can build to any city that you're connected to.
No, but I mean my milestone. I think I've got to build on one and then connect
you do.
to.
Yeah, that is true. Both of the ones have already been built in, so you wouldn't get the first station bonus unless you used a grey worker to activate it.
Which I don't have yet.
No, not yet.
But if I build in Little Rock, I'll pick up a grey worker. Is that correct?
You will, yep.
Okay, let's do that then. I'll build a station in Little Rock.
Okay, so you're going to place a white worker onto your builder station. You pay 500. Are you paying for it in cash?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. You take this. We'll put it on Little Rock. So the primary bonus is take a grey worker, and then the first station bonus is you can spend $100 to flip a train tile.
And the benefit of that at the moment would be
promoting. So you could promote. In fact, you could promote anyway because you've used a white worker.
So it's not worth. There's no benefit to me flipping that.
No, no. You'd probably want to use it to flip one back over.
Yeah.
If you already had one flipped.
Okay, that'll be the end of that. Then,
did you not want to promote? You don't have to. You could keep the grey worker.
Not just now. I think I'll benefit from a grey worker if I can.
Yeah. Okay, Matthew.
Hello. Please, can I use a white engineer to build a station in Miami?
Take this out. You can build in Miami. That costs 150.
I'll pay cash for that one, please.
Yeah. So put 350 back. There you go. Main bonus is you get an orange worker. Secondary bonus is you can spend $300 to buy another train.
If I could buy $300 to... Oh, hold on. Sorry, it's not very clear at this distance. That's buying another train. Could you run through the trains because they're not clear
absolutely.
On the picture?
Let's zoom in a little bit.
Thank you.
So here are the 4 different trains you can buy. This one will give you 3 advancement points. This one gives you $600. This one is build a rail on the board for $100, ignoring all of the icons. And this is take 3 shares. Remember, trains are all worth 8 points at the end of the game. So even if you buy one and never use its ability, it's still 8 points.
Could I take the cash one, please?
Yep, another cash one. Okay.
Thank you.
There you go. And
Thank
you
you.
use a white worker for that, so you could promote if you wanted to.
If I go to... I've got one that says 2 times 1 mountain. What was the colour of the worker that was needed?
Blue.
Blue. And I've already used my blue one. So, yes, please, can I promote him
so
off
we
my
have our
board?
first promotion, so it goes from there, simply onto there.
And I've completed the 2 times 1 mountain, I think.
You have. So we have our first milestone completed, yeah, because you've got that one there and that one there, so that milestone can be completed. So let's just take the milestones, because I think you do them at the end of your turn. Yep, done that. Completing a milestone at the end of any turn, not just your own turn, because there are ways that you can actually, complete things in other people's turns as well. So yeah, basically we discard the manager, put it back in the common supply, flip the milestone down, take a replacement from the next stack. Now in the base
How many
game,
people does that leave me with?
leaves you with 4, so you are allowed to do it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to. So in the base game, the way that the milestones worked is, I believe you drew the top 3 and chose one, but they've changed that, I believe, in the new version to the rules suggestion that I made, which they have now made the official rules. Let me just check. I wanted to make sure that they did that. I'm sure I read it somewhere and thought, oh yeah, that was my idea. Where is it? Milestones, performance track, scoring. I'm sure I read it somewhere.
I can't see anything about milestones on.
Maybe it's another one of my false memories. But I thought they'd made that rule the official rule now. Okay, Nuno's not in the chat, so he can't help me out. But let me just check what the base game says to see if it's in there as an official variant. Milestones. Anybody know in the chat?
I think it's page 11.
Page 11 is, yeah, when taking a replacement milestone, draw the top 3 tiles from the appropriate stack, choose one of them and you've got it, put the remaining tiles on the bottom. That was the original game. Okay, so my variant didn't make it into the rulebook as an official variant. But then I thought, yeah, I was pretty sure they changed it. But you know what my memory's like. So if I can't find it as in the official rules, then we will play by the actual proper printed rules. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Okay.
I can't see anything in the evolution rules about.
I can't see anything either.
About
I'll speak to them
milestones
later
at all.
Yeah, maybe the last time I did a video, I said, "Are you okay if I use this rule?" But surely, if it wasn't printed, they'd have said, "No, Paul, use the rules as printed," which they didn't. Right? Okay. So here we go. You have a choice of. I'm going to give them a shuffle, and you have a choice of the following 3. There you go. Told you they were harder.
So these are B deck, are they?
This is from the B deck.
Okay, what was the far right one?
So this is 3. Oh, well, this is good for you. 3 rails built in a level 1 difficulty space. You've already got 2 of them, and also have stations in 2 level 3 cities.
Could I take that one, please?
You can take that one. These 2 go to
Thank
the
you.
bottom of the deck, and that is your new milestone.
Thank you.
Pop. There you go. Okay. Right. Over to James.
I think I want to use my white worker and trade a track.
Okay. Just before you do that, there was something I was going to mention on Matthew's turn. You are allowed to select the same action multiple times. It isn't just 1 worker per space. I didn't mention it, but I also didn't mention that you couldn't. So, as long as everybody knows that.
Yep.
Okay, so we're trading. What would you like
track.
to trade away? The track?
A track, yes.
Okay, so you trade a piece of track away and you get $500 for that. There you go, $500. And where would you like to place this piece of track? Do we need to show? Do we need
Yes,
to go
please.
through these? Okay.
If you could
so
just zoom in, yeah, or just
Yep.
tell me what they are.
So you can either place it up in the top and take this, which is a share.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones, let's run through them, what they do. So from top left going to right, the leftmost one, top left, is move one of your built telegraph offices to another telegraph section, but don't get any of the bonuses. The next one is move one of your built rails to another one, but it says moving rails with this bonus may mean that you are no longer connected to a certain level of city, but it doesn't affect any milestones that you have already completed. This one is Pay $150 for each train you already have in front of you to take a train tile. This one is pay $100 to gain 1 advancement point or $200 to gain 2 advancement points. This is just get $300. This is $350 for a worker of your choice. $250 for either a blue or an orange. This is... where is it? Gain a share, and you may also remove all of your workers from your player board and place them back in your supply. This one is pay $100 to promote a worker, but you can ignore the colour that's needed. So you can actually put a white one on there. And this one is you pay $300 to promote somebody, but they actually come from the supply instead of your own personal supply. This one allows you to move one of your stations to another built city. You don't need to be connected to it. You don't pay the cost, but you don't take any rewards. So literally it's just moving a city somewhere else to help you complete milestones. And this is to take 2 workers.
Does it block the first station? It says you don't take any rewards, but does it block other people from getting the first station?
This won't affect anyone, but it will affect those that are still in progress should the station move to or from a relevant city. It's interesting. I mean, he says don't take any reward, primary or first station bonus. But you're right, if nobody else is there, not completely sure.
Well, should we say it doesn't?
Should we say it doesn't? Yeah, that sounds good.
If I remember correctly from the plays I've had before, money is pretty tight. So I think I'll go with the plus $300 cart.
So that goes on there. This goes here. And then you attach this to one of your existing trains. You only have 1 train at the moment. So we'll pop that on the back like that. Right. Now, there is another rule that I've just remembered. I am hoping it wouldn't have been relevant at this stage, because it's quite rare that you do it. But everybody has an innate, a special ability of, at any time, pay $800 to take a worker of any colour. So just so you know, you can always get a worker of your choice, whatever colour you need, but it does cost you $800.
Can I go ahead and promote that white engineer I used?
Can.
The one I used to trade with. Oh, wait a minute. No, you're right. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Okay. James, you're up.
So I think I'm going to use a white worker to build railroad, please, because all that money is burning a hole.
Yep. You could buy some board games with it, as we discussed earlier on.
or just
send it to me.
Venmo it to your bank account.
Yeah, basically.
Now I need to start building in some places with planes. So I'm going to go across to, is it Chicago?
It is Chicago. Yep. So there and there.
Because that's one. The second one's a planes.
Second one is planes. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that, and that's going to cost me 600.
Yeah.
And I am going to promote my grey worker onto
your personal supply onto there. Yep.
That's the one that needs level 1 and a level 2 city, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and that Chicago is a level 2, isn't it? Yeah. Not giving away my plan. Or
Chicago
anything.
is level 2.
So yeah, I will do that, and then I think I'm done.
Okay. So you're all done, Ian.
Decisions. I think I'm going to use my grey fella to build a station on one of those level 1 places.
Okay. Washington or Charlotte?
What are the different things there?
It's basically which coloured worker would you like? Washington is grey or orange. Charlotte is purple or blue.
We'll go with Charlotte, I think.
Okay. And what colour worker would you like?
If he's using his grey worker, he will get the first player bonus.
Oh yeah, you do.
So it does matter.
So yeah, are you happy with Charlotte still?
because that's extra shares as well.
2 more shares. Yep.
That always seems to be the only easy way of money coming in. Am I correct with that? Is getting shares in and then trading them over.
Yep.
So we'll have. Let's have a look at these bonuses. Let's have.
Paul, the cash is the pink thing 500. I can see I've got a pink and a blue.
Yes, pink is 500.
Pink is 500, blue is 100, right? So I've got 600 cash.
Yeah.
I've a purple bloke, please, Paul.
Okay. There we go. So you did that. You done that.
That's it.
You did that. You paid for it.
No, you haven't taken any money off me.
I haven't taken any money. Cash.
Yeah, I guess so. Did you give me my shares? Yeah.
Yeah, you got loads of shares. You got 9. Yeah, you got 9 shares. So yeah, because you used grey, you got that, you got that, you got that. We're good. Now, another quirky thing with this game, which I'll mention at this point, it hasn't actually occurred yet, but if a particular thing that you want to do on the board costs you money, and you don't have enough money, but the benefit that you get from it would give you money, you can actually do it and then use that money to pay for the action itself. So there are certain situations where that actually happens, but it hasn't happened yet. Okay, Matthew.
Please can you zoom down to the telegraph offices?
I can. Telegraph office is down here.
And go to the far right.
There we go.
Okay, just hold on one sec. Right, on the far right one, next to the right of the one I've already placed.
Yeah.
What does that mean in the bonus when I've got both of them? You've got a bonus in the middle.
4 points for each rail.
Different terrain type, is it?
Well, no, it's connected to different levels of cities. So if you were connected to a level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that would be 20 points at the end of the game. So it's cities of different levels, is what the icon's telling me. I'm now going to look that up, but
Yeah.
that's
Makes
what the
sense.
icon is telling me.
For each city of a different level you connected, yes.
Where's that?
The very back page of the
yes.
expansion rulebook.
Yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay.
Okay, please may I use my orange person to
Okay.
build a telegraph office in that spot.
Space that we just talked about. Okay, so that goes there. That gets you 5 shares, and because you use the orange one, that also gets you 500 cash. So
Thank you.
your cash is now 650, and you've just gained another 5 shares, giving you a total of 8 shares. There we go. Just make sure they don't get mixed up. In fact, I can move that way a bit.
And I've got 650 cash.
You have 650 in cash, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all done. Jamie.
I think it's time to use. I would like to use a white engineer to build a station in Washington.
Okay, so that's going to cost 500.
I think I have 500 cash.
You do. You now don't.
Yeah.
Would you like to take a grey or an orange worker?
I would like an orange worker, please.
Okay. There we go. Have an orange worker. And promotion?
No.
No promotions. Okay. James.
I'm going to use my last remaining white dues to build a station, and I'm going to build the station in Chicago.
Okay.
And I can't really see what the bonuses are or anything, but
Okay.
I'm going to do it whatever.
You needed to go there anyway, so it cost you
Yeah.
$200.
Yeah.
you go. I spend your $200. You've got $400 remaining.
Yep.
The primary bonus is 1 advancement point, which again is that.
Yep.
And sorry, that's the first station bonus. The primary bonus is a purple worker.
Brilliant.
Okay. Any promotions?
So I can actually promote from my player board, can't I?
You can, yes.
So I will promote the orange guy as well. The grey one I've now done for the end of turn.
Okay. So you're going to complete that milestone?
So I will complete that milestone.
So that flips over, get rid of the worker, and you have a choice of... let's have a look here. Okay, so these are your 3 potential new ones. You have the time it takes the board to revolve to choose.
2 level 1 cities and 1 level 3 city, or 3 level 2 cities connected and 2 level 3 cities connected, or 2 level 1 stations and 2 level 3 cities connected.
Yeah.
Okay. I think, given that have I got 2 purple workers now?
You do. One's on your player board,
and no other coloured workers.
I believe so,
because I promoted them all.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I think I will take the rightmost, the 24.1.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ian.
That was 1 level 3 city connected, or 2 level 3 cities connected?
2 different ones.
2 different level 3 cities connected.
The not equal to sign basically means you can't come into the same level 3 city.
Yeah, it's not the connections, it's the cities. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Right, what have I got left there? A purple.
Purple and 2 white.
And how many shares? I've got 9, did you say?
You have 9 shares. You did the last time I looked. I'm assuming it's the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 9 shares. Because the deals haven't come out yet, but I think they might do. Mohammed is saying it recently received the game in the expansion. Good to see a live teach of this. Excellent. Well, I hope it wasn't too rough at the start, but I guess what we've done is we've recreated that experience of people trying to work out how to play together with one person roughly remembering. I don't think we've got anything wrong. I think we are playing it correct. So it just wasn't obviously as polished as a normal teach.
Okay, so if I go into the Western Union where James is, that'll be 600 notes and 2 shares. So I'm second in there.
Whereabouts do you mean? Over
where the yellow?
Oh, sorry, here, James, yellow. Yeah, you'll get 2 shares. You just won't get the extra 2 shares, and then you can, if you want to, discard a worker to get 600.
Well, that seems like a reasonable thing to do.
Okay.
If I use my purple bloke, I can also change one of my last white. So if I discard the white worker for the 600.
Yeah. White worker for 600.
And then I can upgrade that last one for a blue one.
Yep. There you go. Get rid of him. Have that one instead. And you go in here. Gets you another 2 shares. Okay.
Just got to work out what to do with them now.
Yeah. Well, deals and yeah, they are money as well. Okay, Matthew. One white worker left.
Okay. Okay, down at the. I'd like to extend my rail.
Okay.
So build track,
2 tracks.
and it's going to be 400 plus 1, 2, 3, so 700.
Where are you building track from?
And I would like down at the bottom where my two blue ones are down on the bottom track
Okay.
by Miami, heading into Houston, I think it is.
Yeah.
So 1 on the 2 mountain.
Yep.
And then on the outside of Houston, could I have 1 on the 1 mountain?
You can. Total cost of that is 700.
Yep.
You don't quite have enough in cash.
Yeah, I've got to use shares.
So I can do $550 in 1 share.
Yes, please.
Okay, there we go. That's that done. And that has triggered a deal. So we have our first deal triggered. Which is... There you go. You can do either or both of those. Which is, just as a reminder, spend 1 share to be able to buy a train for 200. And or spend 3 shares to place a telegraph office on the Western Union, but don't get any. It's purely for placement and end of game scoring. Which of those would you like to do?
It's quite expensive.
Well, train for 200 and a share is pretty good, I think.
Yeah. That's going to cost me 2 shares, isn't it? 1 share, and some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can do the top one then, please.
Okay, so I'll just give in 2 shares and take... and another 50 as well.
So he could do both, couldn't he, technically?
You can do both.
Is that right?
He was the player that triggered it.
Okay.
So that's 2 shares gone.
2 shares gone and 50 change back.
That'll
that's right.
leave me with 3 shares to put it down, but I don't get the bonus if I place it down.
The shares are 150, right?
Shares are 150.
So a share and then another share and $50.
Did I do that right?
I think you gave him $50 back rather than.
Yeah,
Rather
two
than taking
shares and the 100 gives me $50 back change.
Yeah, I think I put in 100, didn't I?
Oh, sorry, I heard you say 2 shares and $50 back.
Yeah,
and
it
that
was
all
50
you
back
said.
because I think I also stole the 100.
Okay.
But I don't get any bonuses on the bottom one if I place it, do I?
No, you don't get any bonuses, but you will have a station on the board for the end of game scoring.
Yeah, no thank you.
Okay. Right, so all players clockwise from Matthew, starting with James. Starting with Jamie.
Oh, do I get
I'll
a train?
pass.
Oh, yeah, you get a train. Which train would you like?
How did we buy the train cards? Is that the ones, the tenders and everything behind
It's
as
when
well?
you trade.
Is when you trade.
When you trade. And it's interesting because money's normally really tight in this game and people have to trade quite a lot to get some capital in, but everybody seems to be fine. Everybody seems to have lots of money.
How do we trade? Just
It's the trade
It's
action.
the last action on the right.
Yeah.
buy, sell, rate.
It's basically sell a bit of your company.
Is that sell, building, rail?
So you either sell a station or you sell a railway. Sell a piece of rail from your board.
Yeah, and if I do that, I can then buy one
Yeah.
of those trains.
But that's an action. That's a turn to do
Yeah,
that.
okay. Okay, so on the trains we've got cash. I'll take the cash one, please.
Another cash one.
Yes, please.
Right. There you go. You have 3 cash trains.
You got 3 trains already?
Really?
Wow.
Plus he's the one that he started with. So you've got 4 trains.
How has he got all these trains?
Uh,
I know you've got one from the purple worker on Railroad.
Yeah. No, that was that was one. There was another one down in Miami,
Oh, that's the city bonus.
and
the
there was
first
another one
first-
for the telegraph office here. Basically,
Telegraph
every
office.
space on the board where you can buy a train, you've gone for it.
Very nice.
Nice.
Now I just need a tile that allows me to turn over all my trains at once.
I
There
guess-
isn't one, I don't think.
I guess if you're going to play a train game, right?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
We
pass on the deal, Paul.
Anyway,
Okay.
thank you.
James,
How many shares have I got there, Paul?
you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Seven?
6, 7.
Yeah. I'll do. I'll do it. I'll pay for the.
The top one.
The top one.
Okay, so one share, $200. Which
And sorry,
train-
can you zoom in on the trains again? It's
I can.
advancement points.
3 advancement points, $600,
Yeah.
$100 to build a track and get no bonuses, or 3
or
shares.
3 shares. Do I go all in on this advancement track progression that I seem to be
Well, nobody else is doing it.
that I seem to have accidentally sort of backed into?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? I'll take
Okay.
the top one. Yeah.
You take that. There you go. Ian, would you like to do a deal with a guy in a top hat?
So what was the bottom one? I've got the buy a train for 200.
Yeah, the bottom one is spend 3 shares to basically put an office on one of these spaces, but don't get any of the immediate bonuses, but it will count for your end of game thing.
Yeah, I'm not worried too much about that. I'll have a train, please.
Okay. So 1 share and $200. Which train would you like?
I would like the cheap build one, please. The third one down, I think.
That allows you to build a piece of track.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Right, so that's the deal done. Then the deal goes, I believe, to the bottom of the deck. And then
Sorry,
we'll
on one of my. Sorry.
Yep.
On one of my milestones, it says 1 deal. How do I record that I've had that
It
deal?
is no, it's not a deal. It's build a piece of track in a
On a-
space
which okay.
has a deal on it.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, you've not quite. No, you have done that.
He hasn't got to
just
work on
need-
it.
Yeah.
I
you have one
need
there.
a whatever colour worker that is.
You need a purple worker, and you need to be have a station in a level 2 city, which you have in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Right. So the next deal. Let's just have a quick look at the next deal. There you go. It is the top one is spend 1 share to promote 2 workers, but it looks like you have to pay for those promotions. That's what that is telling me. Let's have a look. Deal tiles. Yeah. Promote 1 or 2 workers paying $100 for each. And the bottom one is spend 3 shares to gain 3 advancement points. Okay.
That's what all the best people are doing.
Advancement points is where it's all about.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was Matthew's go, I think.
Yes.
Yes, to trigger the deal. So, Jamie.
Can we have a look at the telegraph area, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
The one to the right of Ian and James is at?
This,
Yes. What is the ability you're touching right there?
that's 4 advancement points.
Okay. And can I use somebody in my supply to do that? Or does it have to be the person I'm using to do the action?
No, it can be any worker, either in your supply or on your player board.
Okay.
So it could be
Cool.
the one that you've just used.
All right. I would like to use my orange worker to go to the Western Union.
Yep. So this means
I
you're going to
believe-
get...
I have 4 shares left.
It's not how many shares you've got left, it's how many shares you gain.
You gain? Oh, okay. Well,
From-
I'm going to go on that spot, which will give me 4 shares.
Okay, which is 4 shares and $400. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you now have $450 and 8 shares, I believe.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
And I will use my white worker that I have left
Yeah.
to do the action.
Okay.
And he goes
4
out of the
advancement
game, correct?
points. Yep, out of the game.
Okay.
Now, you've got a choice. You can split those 4 advancement points between either moving up on this performance track here or moving your own current performance tile upwards.
Now, if I moved on the one that's on the board, will that trigger? That'll get me to the first
It would.
trigger,
Yeah.
correct?
1, 2, 3, 4 gets you to there.
Okay. And then I
Okay.
would pick another one of the.
You
I
would.
don't know what those tiles were called, Paul.
So the black ones are called the performance tiles.
Okay.
The green ones we haven't explained yet. They
Oh,
are
I
the
get to pick
reward
from either
tiles.
one.
I'm just going to check. You take one of the reward tiles from the row alongside and place it face up in front of you. No, in fact, have I put them in the right place? Have I put them in the right place? I've put them in the wrong place. They shouldn't be there. Oh, I tell you what, it's because I moved the board up. There you go. So they should be alongside that space. So no, you don't get the
Okay.
reward tile. The reward
That's
tile
fine.
is on space number 6. But you would get a new performance tile. They should be there. Okay.
Could I trouble you to remind me what those
Absolutely.
4
Well,
rewards were?
it's not a reminder. We haven't actually been through them. So
Okay.
there we go. Right, now it's going to go in your level. It's going to go in the bottom slot of your player board.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and work out what these are from the iconography. 4 points for every station in a level 5 city. 2 points for every station in any city where you are on the first station bonus. 2 points for every rail built in the plains, and 2 points for every rail built in a 1 triangle space. Again, multiplied by however far it is up on your player board.
Correct.
The second one, Paul, I'm assuming it's a typo in the rulebook rather than on the tile.
Oh,
Because the rulebook says score 4 VP for each of them.
oh yeah, there was a typo. Yes, I remember now. Have they not fixed that on the online PDF, or are you looking at the
I'm
physical?
looking at the physical.
Yeah. Yeah, I vaguely remember now there was a typo on that. So yeah, well, I think the tile is correct and the rulebook is wrong.
I think I would like to take the 2 points for having a station where I'm the first person there. I think that was the second one over. Is that
That
correct?
is the second one over, yep. And that goes there. So I believe you can now not take another performance tile until
I
one of
free up
those
the
is
spot.
increased. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, right.
Thank you.
So that's you done? James?
Yep.
So I've got a purple guy left, and I was
Okay.
going to go and I was going to do railroads so that I could buy a train, but I just got a train. So I think
You never have enough trains.
that is true, but it's also quite pricey. So I think I'm going to do a trade
Okay.
with the purple because that has the added bonus of giving me advancement points.
Yeah.
So the other thing, I had one question. So you know you can't go below 4 workers thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is the orange worker that's promoted on the thing still a
yours.
work? So
No.
I currently have 4 workers.
Correct, yeah.
Right. Okay. That's what I thought it was. I just wasn't sure if he only became once the tile got done.
Yeah, he's not yours, you can't take him back.
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to trade.
You don't have a choice?
Yeah, I'm going to trade. Well,
Is this?
oh, you can't do the building.
No, it's discard a rail or building from the leftmost section that still has a piece in it.
Right. Okay. So I will do a rail then.
Yep, so you get $500.
So I get $500. That's lovely.
And what would you like?
Can you zoom in?
I can.
Thank you. So let's take a train. Let's take advancement points. I think I'll go for the pay $250 for a blue or orange dude.
Okay. You take that. Now, which train would you like to attach it to?
I think I'll attach it to the advancement points train.
Okay. There you go.
And then I get and then I get 3 advancement points.
And then you get 3 advancement points. What would you like to do with those advancement points?
How much is it to move the tile up 1?
2. 2 to move to 2, 3 to move to 3, and 3 in a worker to move to 4.
I think I'll just go on the track. I think I'll leave that one where he is because I've still got another space on that rank.
So 3 advancement points here gets you one of those performance tiles.
And if you could just zoom in so I can just remind. So I think since I'm going for planes for my milestone at the moment, I'll take the planes one.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that goes here.
And when I get 1 more advancement point, or 2 more advancement points, I get one of the green ones, is it?
Yes.
Now, I think I must have missed or not remembered what
we've
the
not
green
explained
things are. Okay, can you explain to me what the green things are all about?
Well, once I've read it, if you stop or pass through a slot with this symbol, you take one of the reward tiles from the row, place it face up in front of you. To take it, you must discard a worker. During the game, you may only take a maximum of 1 rail and 1 building reward tile. So some of the reward tiles relate to buildings, some of them relate to rails. You cannot have 2 of the same type.
Okay.
And during any of your turns, you may discard 1 or both of your reward tiles to take the bonuses.
But it costs you a person to take the tile.
Because you're a person to take the tile, but then at any point later in the game on your turn, you can discard the tile to get what it says on there.
To do what it says. Are you looking at the base game rules there or the expansion rules?
Yeah, reward tiles are from the expansion.
And what page is that?
Page 5.
Just so I can read it. Excellent, thank you. Oh, but there's not a list of what they are.
No. Well,
that's the thing I was struggling.
It's on the separate reference sheet. Oh no, it's not on there either.
Yeah, that's what I was struggling with.
Right, they're fairly obvious, I think.
I just can't see.
I'll show you. There you go. They are put stations in cities or put rails on the board.
Without getting the bonuses.
Without getting the bonuses. Don't trigger any deal. Don't take any reward, but follow the usual connection rules.
Okay. So, sorry, follow the connection rules. Okay,
yes.
Fine. That's great. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Right, that was James, so it's Ian.
Sorry, that took a while.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to do now.
That's what I was hoping for you.
I'm going to build track, I think.
Okay, so you use the blue worker to build track, which is 3 pieces of track.
Yeah, this is going to be expensive, though, I think.
The base cost is 400. And then where are you going to build?
I am going to build on the planes to Miami.
Yep. So still 400.
And then I'm going to build out of Little Rock.
So that's going to trigger a deal. Still 400.
And then I'm going to go Charlie Big Potatoes to Denver.
Okay.
Over the mountains.
So that's another 300, which is 2 shares for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Deal has been triggered. So, Ian, which of those 2 things would you like?
I believe I want to do the 1 share and another couple of 100 bucks.
Which
to
is
promote 2 blokes, because
okay.
I think I've got both of those milestones.
You do? Let's put this on and look there. So I've spent your shares and your money.
Yeah.
And you can move that to there and that to there.
Would that not leave him with only 3 workers?
That would leave you with only 3 workers. You are absolutely right. Thank you. Good spot.
I only do 1 of them. Okay, well we can do 1. That's good enough.
Any choice? Any preference?
No, it makes no difference.
Okay, pop that back. And get you another 100. Okay.
Actually, do the grey bloke. And
okay.
I think I'll get better use out of the blue fella.
Right. And do you want to do the bottom deal?
Which was more shares.
It's 3 shares for 3 advancement points.
And how much does it cost to go up the
So moving your own one up
Roman numerals?
will cost you 2.
Yeah.
Moving up on the actual performance track is just 1 for 1.
Okay, so if I pay 3 shares to go up 3,
Yeah.
that'll be 1 on each track, yes?
Yeah, 1 on there, and your own personal one moves up to there.
Awesome.
So this is now worth double what's printed on it.
I'm skinned.
Well, you've got $200 and 2 shares, but yeah, it's all right. Now, what about this milestone? Have you completed it?
I believe I have.
You
I think
have?
it's 2 mountains, yeah.
Yeah, but I think we do the deal first.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so everybody else can now do either one of the 2 deal options, starting with Matthew.
Sorry, could you highlight it? I can't see.
Yep, it's there. 1 share for 2 promotions, which you have to pay $100 each for, or 3 shares for 3 advancement points.
No, thank you.
Okay, Jamie?
I will pass.
Okay, and James?
It's pretty expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, but
No.
advancement points.
I know, but I haven't got a worker, so I can't actually go up on the because I haven't got a spare worker to discard
Sure,
for getting the green thing.
but you could do the bottom one.
That is the bottom one I'm talking about. If I do the bottom one, I'll move my marker up, and then I can't do the bonus that you get for moving the marker up the track because I haven't got a worker.
Right. Oh, you could move one of your performance tiles up one. One of these 2 things here.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, because I've got my train,
Okay.
and I've got I think I need the money.
Right. So that goes to the bottom. We get a
Thank
new
you.
deal. Let's have a look at the new deal while it's here.
See, that's a much more reasonable
It
price.
is.
I feel good about my choices.
Yeah. Okay. And then at the end of Ian's turn, we have a milestone completed. So that gets flipped over. Worker disappears, and you get a choice of this one, or this one.
Well, they're all officially rubbish. I think I've got 2 planes already, don't I?
You have, yes, you've got 2 planes already.
Okay, let's have the one on the right then.
One on the right. Okay, that is yours. Okay, that is your go done. So over to Matthew.
Down at the bottom of the board, I've got 2 cities. Can you tell me what the bonuses are? Because I can't see them.
What, the city's down?
That's one, and then the one to the left of it.
Yes. So I'll zoom in for you. There you go. Is that a good?
Yeah. So no one's built there yet.
Nobody's built there yet, and we have our first workers come back. Yeah, we haven't had this yet. You have no workers in your supply, so all of the ones from your player board are now available.
Okay. How much is either city?
So to build in Houston is 250. To build in El Paso is 350.
But I can, if I'm first place, what's that? I can pay 200 to have
Another train.
another train. And
There you go.
what
How you
colours?
like
That's
them?
orange and
Yeah, orange and blue. Orange
Houston.
or blue.
Could I have Houston, please?
So you're going
Can I
to build a
use
station.
I'll use my accountant to build the station for free.
That's the
So
orange.
the
one.
orange one.
Yep. Okay.
So I put a station there, and can I have a blue person, please?
Yeah. There you go. Giving you a blue worker, and are you also getting the first station bonus?
So for $200,
$200
So-
for another train.
I will cross off a share and $50 and
Yep.
have another train.
Okay. And which one this time? Is it a question?
$600.
Yeah, cash train, please.
Cash train. There you go.
Oh,
Look at
my
this big
word.
line of cash trains. Okay. I think you're done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Jamie.
I would like to use my purple worker to lay some tracks.
Okay. You get to play 2 tracks for 400.
I would like to lay a track from Washington to Boston.
So from Washington to Boston, so that's an extra 100.
And from Boston to Duluth.
Okay. Which is an extra 200. So that's an extra 300, which is 2 shares.
2 shares in the $400 I got.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, do you also want to spend 300 to build a train?
I would.
Okay, which is 2 more shares. Which train would you like?
I think it's the last money train.
It is the last money train.
Oh dear.
Okay. And then we trigger a deal. You have 4 shares.
I do, and I would like to use those 4 shares for the... Actually, no, I don't. Because that was my last worker, so next turn I'll get my people back, right?
You are going to get all your people back, yes.
So I will use 1 share for 2 advancements.
Okay, and what are you doing with those advancements?
The 2 that are on my player board,
Yep.
I'd like to advance both of them up.
That would cost 4 advancements.
Oh, that costs 4, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, let's just advance the one I started with.
Okay, that moves up to there. James. Do you want either of those
How
deals?
many? I do. How many? So the bottom one, is that a purple or orange worker?
No, it's both.
You get a purple and an orange worker.
Yep.
Well, that sounds mighty fine. And how many shares do I currently have?
You have 6.
Because I am short of workers,
You are.
so that might solve all my problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do the bottom one then, please.
Okay, so 4 shares for a purple and an orange worker.
Yeah.
Okay, they are yours. Ian.
What's my advancement cost on my player board on the Roman numerals?
3 to move up.
Well, that's bitterly disappointing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll pass then. I think I don't think I've got enough shares to do the other one.
No, you haven't. You've got 2 shares. And Matthew?
Sorry, I had to just pop out for a sec.
Okay.
What's the deal?
It's not that. It's that. 1 share for 2 advancements or 4 shares for 2 workers.
4 shares for 2 workers, please.
You only have 4 shares. You now have no shares and no money.
Okay.
But you do have
17 money trains.
trains. Exactly.
To be fair,
do
you
I
have to
do
pay to
colours,
flip
or
a
just-
train, though, don't you? So
Yeah, true.
What's the colours I get?
A purple and orange.
Orange. Thank you.
Yeah, right. So that's that deal done. We get another one, and that was Jamie's turn. So, James.
You could use a blue worker to flip over a train for free on the last spot.
yeah, true. Yep. And and you're getting the money for trading as well, so that's
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I now have a purple and an orange worker,
You do? Yep.
and I have $700 and 2 shares. Is that right?
Yes.
Currently, I'm trying to keep track. So, I think I need to. I was going to use a purple, and I was going to buy a train and get the money train, but they've I left that too late. So I think I'm going to use an orange worker to lay railroad, please.
Okay. So it basically means it's going to be cheaper.
Yeah, so it's 300 plus 50 per track per
Yeah.
sort of
Effectively.
space. Or do I want to buy a train? No, I think that's the right thing to do. It's only because I'm going to be putting them on planes, so it seems a bit of a waste to use the orange for
Right, yeah.
the. Yeah, let's switch out and use a purple worker to do the action rather than the orange.
Okay.
And we're going to lay the track that goes from Charlotte to Miami, which is a plane,
Yeah.
and then from Chicago to Duluth, which is a single.
It is.
So
That
that
costs you
should cost me 500 in total.
Yeah.
And then I can spend 300.
Which is
Uh,
share and 150
yeah, please.
to buy a train.
And I will buy. Is it 3 shares that you get for that bottom one?
Yep.
The bottom type of train. Yeah, I'll buy that one, please.
A 3-share train. Okay.
Yeah.
That goes there. And is that it?
Oh, and then I've done my milestone.
You've done this. Yeah, that didn't trigger a deal, did it?
No, I didn't go on any
No.
deal spaces. I don't believe.
No. Now, what I didn't mention is that the rail spaces with a deal icon, I believe that is only triggered the first time a player does a deal, or is it every time?
When you explained it, I thought it was the first time only. But then you said whenever someone goes there, and I looked in the rules, and I couldn't find anywhere saying it only the first time.
Okay, so it is every time.
Well, I was, I thought that doesn't sound right, and I looked and I couldn't find anything. So
It's if you place rails in more than one space with a deal icon, you only resolve one deal.
right,
Yeah, no, it triggers every time. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Okay. You didn't do that.
But I didn't do that. But I am doing my milestone.
Yes.
So
So
I
this
need to
gets
use-
completed.
That's
flips
the second of the A milestones, I
Second of
think.
your
So,
A's. Let's zoom in and let's show you what you could have won. So your 3 new ones are these 3.
wonderful. So 2 level 2 cities and 2 level 3 cities connected,
Yep.
or
3 super difficult terrains and 2
and I don't
different...
think I've built in any super difficult terrains.
You have not. No.
And I haven't got so the middle one is out.
Out.
So
Be gone.
so then the last one is 1 level 3 city and 3 level 3 cities connected,
Yes.
which does have some synergy with the fact that I already need 2 level 3 cities connected.
Yeah.
So, and I've got a purple worker.
Okay.
That seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So that's 1 level 3 and 3 level 3 connected.
Yeah.
And it's a purple and a grey.
It is. Okay.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm just writing them down so that I can...
Yeah. It's all good. Right, Ian.
All right. What's the bonus for building Denver, please?
Let's have a look. Bonus for building in Denver is 2 advancement points as the primary, and then if you are the first, you can exchange a worker.
Okay. I've got a feeling you would charge me for Little Rock. It's too late now, but I've got a feeling you charge me 500 for it.
Did I?
I have a feeling you did.
We can watch back on the video.
Yeah. Don't worry about it now.
Well, yeah, but if somebody's in the chat who wants to,
If I lose, then
That's why. Well, no, but we can easily find it if somebody can rewind
Well,
to the point where
because you built in Chicago and he charged you 500 because he hadn't charged you.
But I think he charged me for 500 for both because I remember having 1,000 books.
Okay.
And I don't remember spending money on anything else because that triple mountain was a freebie off of another tile.
Yeah.
Off of the Western Union. I might be wrong, but Paul might just take the 200. But
I say, if anybody's watching,
I've got a feeling.
If anybody's watching in the chat who wouldn't mind rewinding their video for, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour or so, to the point where Ian built his Little Rock, and check how much money I took. That would be great.
Anyway, regardless of that,
You get your workers back.
so do I want to build in there? How much money have I currently got? 200 and
200 and 2 shares.
So 2 shares will be the cost for Denver. Oh, wow. Okay, let's build that station.
Using which worker?
Purple bloke.
Purple one. Yep.
Although
Take the
orange
station.
will be cost free, won't it?
Orange will be free. Yep.
No, because I want to flip that train.
Mhm. So that goes there. You pay 300, which is 150 and a share. You get 2 advancement points, which you cannot use on your own player board here.
That'll have to go on each track.
So we'll move up on that. And you can exchange a worker.
I'll swap the white worker for another blue one, I think.
Yep. You do need another blue one.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a second. I think I've accidentally muted Paul on the call, have I?
Have you?
I don't know how I've done it.
Okay. Well, I can hear me.
Because I set up Skype.
Well done.
I don't know how to undo it.
There you go. I have to do it.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I've done that accidentally before.
I was trying to mute the whole thing so that I could figure out if you charged in wrong.
Right. Okay.
Because I can't hear both, but I can't mute. I thought it was muting for me, not muting for everyone. Sorry.
Right.
Just interference, James. That's what it is.
If only I had that power in real life sometimes.
I think that's it, isn't it?
You can pay 100 to flip a train.
I pay 100 to flip a train. Yes, I will pay the 100 to flip a train, please.
Which is a share.
Ian is correct. You charged him 500 for Little Rock.
Oh, right. There you go. Well done. I apologise for that. I have £300.
That's all right. I only just noticed the ones on the left are cheaper.
Oh, yeah. Kelly's just said as well. Thank you very much for checking. I did charge you 500. Okay. Why did I do that? Lack of sleep. Must be. Right. Okay. So which train are you going to flip over? Well, you can't do the promotion one.
No, it's the build one that I was after, I think.
So that's 100 for a piece of rail.
In the Triple Mountains, I guess.
What, up north of Denver?
Well, if I assume it's got to be connected.
It does, yes.
Yeah, so that's probably the... Is that the central place to put it? Or do I go down?
Well, there's no other triple mountain space.
Well, if that's a sensible one to put it, I'm just wondering if it's worth going down to the coast. Basically, because that's again blokes. Oh, mind you, so is the other one, isn't it? Yeah, I'll leave it on the triple.
Okay.
Because I've got no shares to do the deal. So that's
it doesn't trigger the deal anyway.
Ah, right. Okay.
I thought it did,
No,
but it doesn't because there's a doesn't do anything. Yep.
That's fine. That works.
Okay, Matthew.
Please, may I use my blue engineer to sell something?
Yep. So blue engineer on the trade space. You sell a piece of track. You get 700 for it.
It's furthest most left.
It's the leftmost space. Yeah.
Okay.
So you get $700 for selling a piece of track, and where would you like to place it?
Could I have? There was one that gave you people.
Yes, there's this one down here, which is spend 250 to have either a purple or a grey worker.
Could I have that one, please?
Which train would you like to attach that to?
One I'm about to flip over.
Okay, is that one of the money ones?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just line them up.
Can't
Put
promote
that one there.
anything.
And then, yeah, because you use the blue worker on here, you can flip this train over to get you 600.
And flip another one, is that right? So you get the initial flip over and then a blue one.
Oh yeah, the blue one is plus one extra flip
over.
over. Right.
Yeah.
You want lots of money?
So,
Oh,
yes,
do you get
please.
to- So when we traded earlier on, we should have flipped trains. That's part of the trade action, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
it's part of the trade action.
Right. Can everybody remember how many times they traded?
Well, if you look at it's how many pieces of track
Marks
you've
it
got.
how many
in
pieces of track in
that
there.
is absolutely true. Okay, so yeah, Jamie is owed a flip. James is owed a
Yeah.
flip.
I'll pass on the flip. I mean, I didn't at the time have anything to do. It was just promoting.
Oh right, okay, thank you. James, what did you have at the time?
I didn't have the shares one.
Okay. Well, we'll do Matthew's first, and then we'll come back
Yeah.
to yours. Okay. So you flip over. Do you want to flip over a second money train?
Yeah, 2 money trains and the money train with the person as the other one.
Okay. So you're going to get 1,200, but then you spend 250.
Yep.
So you get 950. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. So lots of money, and you can have either a purple or a grey worker.
This is where I needed to go back to my milestones to see what colours I needed on each
Yep.
one. I can't see it. It doesn't come
2
through
purple
clear
and
enough.
blue. And you have
So
one purple and a blue.
the level one's purple.
Yep.
The level one's purple. Is the higher level one worth a lot more points?
It's 26 rather than 18.
Okay. Okay, can I have a purple person, please?
There you go. Okay, right. So, James.
Thank you very much.
I assume I must have had the train that's got the wagon attached to it, right? Because I got the wagon and put it on there. Because I was trying to figure out, did I have that train at the time? But I must have, because I attached the
Yeah,
wagon
you
to
must
it
have
when
done.
I did the trade,
attached
right?
that to it. Yeah.
So therefore I will flip that one,
Okay.
which gives me 3 advancement points, right?
It does.
So I'll push my original thingy up, which costs
Yep.
2 of them,
Yep.
and then I've got 1 left to go up on the track.
Yeah. But did you have?
Well,
So-
I'm not passing that at that point now, am I? That's why I haven't passed it.
No,
It's when
it's
you
if you
pass
land
the
on
line.
it or pass it.
Oh, I thought it was when you passed the line, because I thought it was like an arrow at the line above at the top there.
No, that's the cost to go from there to there. That's what that 300 is.
Oh, okay,
So these are on this space.
right.
I'm not sure you had a worker at that point. Spare.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I got what gave me the workers the deal. I bought them from the deal, didn't I?
Mhm.
And I guess that was after. That probably was after.
Yeah.
So does that mean can I not go?
You
Can
can
I
just
not
not-
go up?
Yeah. You can just stay there. You
Because I
have to
don't
spend
want
it.
to waste the
Yep.
bonus, right?
That's fine.
It seems.
But you
Paul, I
can't
had a
quite
question.
Can't quite afford this.
Yeah, I probably would have been answered then.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Could I
Next
have-
question.
Could I have flipped my train even though I didn't have anybody promote just to get the $300 on my car?
I think so.
Because then I would have done that at least
Yeah.
to get the $300
Sure.
then.
Let's do that. Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Have $300.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're all good, and yeah, we fixed that bit. Yeah, thank you for spotting that. Right, Matthew, is that your turn done?
Yes, thank you. What's
Okay.
my total cash now?
Total
950.
cash now is this big pile here. 1,650.
My
Thank you.
word.
Yeah. I think he's going to set up wonga.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't got enough actions.
You could just call him. You could just call him Zuckerberg from now on.
Or to give him his full title, 5 Train Zuckerberg. Right, so I think Jamie, I think it's you.
Yes, I would like to use my orange worker to build a station
Oh, they all come
in.
back, don't they?
in Boston.
Okay, so building a station in Boston, which is free because you use the orange worker.
What's the bonus on that one? I can't quite
So
see it.
Boston is actually a really cheap city to build in case you didn't want to use the orange worker.
Hmm.
So it's only $150 to build in. The bonus is you get a blue worker and you can spend $200 to get another worker.
Okay, well, can I pick a different worker to use there? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Let's just use a. And the bonus for going there first is $200 to just buy any worker.
Yes.
Actually, let's just use the white worker.
Okay.
And so I'll pay the $150 for the station.
Yeah.
And I'll spend another $200 to get a blue worker, please.
Oh, I've already put that on, haven't I? Okay, 200 for a blue worker. And then are you promoting?
I believe I can now. I think I have two tracks to two level cities, and I have a station in a 2-level city now.
You do. Now remember, you could have promoted even before that. You don't need to have met the criteria to promote.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, you can now put the orange one on there. And now because you've got a manager and you've met the condition, now you can complete that milestone.
Okay.
So yeah, you are in Boston and you are connected to
Boston and Miami, I believe.
Boston and Miami. Yep, so that milestone is complete. That flips over. And you now have a choice of ones that you've already seen. That one, or that one.
I would like the middle one, please.
Okay, that's nice and easy. I'll just leave it there.
Yep.
Okay. Right, all done?
Yes. Thank
all
you.
done. James.
You are.
Sorry to interrupt.
Take care. See you later.
I think I've got an orange worker left, right?
You do.
So I'm going to use the orange worker to trade.
Okay.
And I guess this time I do have a choice, right? Because everything's in that same section. So can you show me the layout of the wagons and that, just so that I can figure out if I need to pick a specific piece of track to get what I want. Obviously, what I want is a total mystery to me. So the one that I've already got the track in, that is pay a share to get all your workers back. Is that what that says, basically?
This one here.
Yeah.
It's get a share.
Right,
Get
get
all
a
your
share.
workers back. Yeah.
Get a share and get all your workers back. That seems like it could be quite nice. And the very top, there was something about tenders which are different. Is that?
Yeah, these.
Have I missed it? Yeah, that's off the top of my screen. Sorry.
So it's basically if you don't want.
And that's just get a share.
If you don't want one of these, you can take one of these, but these are the 6 of them, and this space is unlimited, so you can just dump stuff in here and take one of those.
And that is get a share.
It is get a share, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I think I'll take the one that I just the share and get your workers back one.
Right. Okay. Kelly is just saying, does he get a second blue worker? Now that's from YouTube chat, which is about 10 seconds delay. So I'm not sure what that was referring to.
Was that from
I think my blue worker has not been placed up on my player board.
Say again, Matthew.
My blue worker hasn't been placed on my player board for my last action. Is that what she's referring to?
This one here. The white player for the regular reward. Okay, so So for Boston, maybe we didn't give Jamie a blue worker. Okay? I mean, Kelly's watching, keeping an eye on it. Can you remember Jamie?
No, I don't think so, because I bought an extra blue worker, so I should have got. Yeah.
Eagle eyes. Kelly, thank you very much for spotting that.
Thank you.
Excellent. Right, so James, where is this going to go?
Oh yeah, because it goes on a different. So it goes when the train where. So first of all, I'm going to flip. I'm going to get to flip a train now, aren't I?
As part of the trade action, yes.
As part of the trading action. So, but I'm about to get all my workers back, so it seems kind of pointless to try and flip that one. Although I get a share as well. If you flip a train right side up,
yeah,
nothing activates. You don't get the wagons then, do you?
Correct. It's only when you flip it face down.
Okay, so I'm going to put it on the one that's already got a wagon on.
Okay.
You're allowed to have more than one wagon on a train, right?
Yeah.
And for because trading flips a train, I'm going to flip that one back the right way up.
Yeah, nice.
And because I used an orange worker, I get $300 plus. Oh, sorry, I haven't actually paid my piece of my station, have I? Into the trade.
Oh, not yet. No, we're doing all of the other stuff first.
So I get 700 for that. So I should get 1,000 in total, I think.
What was it you were taking? Was it a station?
It was a station because it's going next to my own track.
That was 700.
So I've got $1,050 and one share.
Correct. Yes. Yeah, that is correct.
Thank you.
Ian.
Right, I need to generate some cash, I think. So we'll trade, please.
Okay, blue or orange?
I don't think I can take advantage of either of them. The orange will give me more cash on it.
Orange will give you an extra 200 cash.
Yeah, we'll do that one then.
Okay, so orange goes to here. You trade away this piece of track.
What are we doing now? Do I need to choose one of those things on the side?
Yeah, I'm just restarting the software. I think we're back on. I think we are live again. Yep, we're live again. Right, where are we up to? So yes, you did that, you traded away. Yeah, it's choosing one of these things on the left-hand side.
Okay, can we have a bit of a zoom?
Hang on. Just need to reset this. There you go.
I'll take the second one down and the increase in the is that pay?
This one is pay $150 per train that you already have to take a train.
No, I'll have the other one, please.
The other one, pay $100 once or twice to have that many advancement points. Which of your trains would you like to attach it to?
Probably the one that's already flipped.
Okay.
That's my useful one, I think.
Yep.
I need to find some way of getting that one back the other way around.
Well, you've just done the trade action.
Oh, right. Okay, let's do that then.
Let's flip the train. There you go. Okay, so we did that. We're good. I think it's Matthew's go.
Awesome. I'm just going to step away a minute.
Yeah, no problem.
Could you just tell me what colour people I've got free at the moment?
Matthew, you have 2 purple, 1 orange and 3 white. You have a massive workforce.
2 purple.
Mm-hmm.
There's no booze left. Okay. Okay, down at the bottom in the telegraph.
Yep.
Could I build a telegraph office?
Using which coloured worker?
The only ones free at the moment are the purple and orange, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, you can use white if you wanted to.
I'll go for the accountant.
Okay.
So the orange one, sorry.
Yep, orange one, which is the accountant for the Western Union.
Telegraph, and it should be to the left of the ones I've already placed.
Okay, so that's going to go there. That gets you 4 shares.
And 100.
Is that Ian? Yeah, that's your... I can hear a lot of background noise. So yeah, 4 shares. 1, 2, 3, 4, which gets you $400 because you use the accountant.
Okay.
Yep, so that goes there. I'll give you a 500. Take 100 off.
On the end game scoring,
Mm-hmm.
I assume the points that are given is that you have to be both sides of the...
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
So right now, you're going to get 4 points for each different size city that you're connected to. And you're going to get 6 points for each station you have in a level 1 city.
Okay.
That's the two. You're going to get those 2 bonuses.
Thank you.
Right, so that's that done. I think you're done. Okay, Jamie.
I would like to go to the telegraph as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'd like to use my gray worker
Okay.
and go to the right of where I'm at, down there already.
Okay.
And I believe the gray worker gives me the first time bonus,
Exactly.
even if I'm not the person.
Yeah, so that's 4 shares, putting you on a total of 7 shares.
And what is the bonus above? What was that again?
Oh yeah,
Spend a
in fact, we
worker
should have done that for
Yeah, for Matthew.
we should have done that for Matthew as well.
Oh, it's to claim a milestone. Okay.
It's promoting. So if either of you wanted to discard a worker to do up to 2 promotions, you can.
Okay.
Matthew, did you want to?
Yes, please.
Okay. I assume discarding white.
Yes, please.
Okay, so we discard a white.
And I'll promote the purple to do the 18-point thing.
Yeah. And did you want to do another promotion as well?
No, thank you.
Okay.
What happened to my previous one that I did?
What, the previous milestone?
Yeah.
That's done. Done and gone. You've got the points for it. It's there.
Oh, where do you score points in this?
End of the game.
So...
It's just underneath one of your other ones.
Yeah, I've hidden it.
Sorry. Yeah, that's
There
what I
you go.
can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is there. You've
So
not lost it.
that one's finished now, I think. So I've got one deal and one level 2 city.
Okay.
The one I've just done, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I draw a new one?
Where should I put it? Put it there. There's your 3 to choose from. Chris is here saying great stream as usual. Thank you very much, Chris. Yeah, half an hour late and very rusty on the rules, but now it's now we're flowing.
Could I take the middle ones? That's 2 times 2 cities and 1 times 3 city.
Correct. Yeah.
Have I already completed that, apart from the people?
You are in. Let's have a look. You are blue. You are in. You got a station in Houston. Got a station in Miami. You need 2 level 2 cities.
So I need another level 2.
You need
Okay.
another level 2 city. So either Little Rock, Chicago, or Boston.
Thank you.
Yeah. There we go. Right. So Jamie, we were with you. We were. What were we doing? Oh, we were doing this, weren't we?
Yeah, I'm not going to. I can't promote anybody, so
Okay.
thank you.
James,
So I think I get all my workers back.
you do?
Because every time I've gone down to none, I've managed to earn a worker.
Yes.
Which doesn't get at all irritating. So have I got 3 purples there and 1 orange? Is that what I'm currently sat on?
3 purple, 1 orange, 2 white.
Right. Okay. and I need. Can I see what is the level 1 city that I'm not in, whichever one that is, Charlotte?
Yes.
The bonus on that is a purple or a blue worker, is it?
Correct.
Okay. And Duluth at the top. What are the bonuses on that one, please?
That is purple or grey.
Purple or grey, and the first person bonus is flip a train for 50.
Correct.
Okay. And Miami, the bonus is an orange worker, is that?
Miami is, yes, an orange worker. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use my orange worker, please, to build a station in Charlotte without paying for it.
So orange worker goes here, builds a station in Charlotte without paying for it.
And I'm going to gain a blue worker, please.
Gain a blue worker.
I did not want a fourth purple.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, apologies for being rude, but I'm answering a Skype message from Africa. They want to join in the Codenames game tonight at 7 o'clock. So they were just asking if there was space. I've said yes, even if there isn't space, because it's Codenames. You can have as many people as you want.
There is always space.
There's always space. So yeah, the ping noises that you're going to hear through the stream is Africa calling, literally. Right, okay. So that's you, James, done. Ian?
Just looking at what I've got. I don't have any spare blokes.
You got 2 blue blokes and an orange and a purple here. So yeah, you're at the limit. You're at 4.
Right.
Need more people. Remember, if you're desperate, you can buy somebody for 800.
Yeah, I've got 9 sitting there. Can't
9.
See. How much money have I got?
You got 1,200.
Oh, happy days. It's more than I thought.
Well, it was 900, but then we gave you another 300. So.
Give me loads. Yeah. I'd just like to let you know that I'm eating gaffer cakes now, just to spite you.
What? Yeah, but what flavour are they?
They're proper orange ones.
Oh, okay. Because of these Marks and Spencer's ones that I've been having are very, very, very Moorish at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I'm yet to be convinced that anything other than orange is really a Jaffa cake.
Right. Okay.
Anyway,
the pineapple ones are a little unusual, but
I'm
yeah.
going to say something even more controversial then.
Oh.
I hate Jaffa cakes.
Oh.
Bad chocolate.
How are you even allowed on the top?
Bad chocolate, bad jelly, and bad biscuit.
Yeah,
like,
but
just
you know,
there is no redeeming feature.
When you put it all together. I'm assuming Jamie has no idea what we're talking about.
Only from watching your streams. Yeah,
There
I've
we
never
go.
experienced a Jaffa cake.
Well, if you're ever at the same
that is
convention,
the best way to be, Jamie. That is the best way to be.
if you are ever at a US convention and we're allowed over there ever again, then let me know. I'll bring some.
Okay.
This advert break was brought to you by Fitties.
Hey, I would like to say, Paul, I really enjoyed your interview with Ryan Courtney last night.
Right, well, the very impromptu one.
That was great.
Did you hear the story behind that?
No.
So I did an opening ceremony for GridCon at 9 o'clock on Friday morning, which is a time when most people over in the States are asleep, but not Ryan. Ryan's awake. And he basically sent me a Facebook message in the middle of my live opening ceremony to say, well, if you're going to have 2-bit designers like Vital Lacerda on your show, why aren't you asking me? And I was like, well, let's make it happen then. So it was like, okay, when can we fit this in? And we basically, 9 o'clock tonight? Yeah, sure, right, there we go, done. So it wasn't originally part of the plan, but I've chatted with Ryan before. He's a really great guy, so yeah, got a lot of time for him.
Right, let's start by putting one of those blokes in the Western Union, and I will build in the far left side for the 5 shares, please, because I can't afford to bin a bloke anyway.
Yeah, so that goes there. You get 5 shares. Well, if you use the blue worker for this, it means you could have spent 400 to activate the ability instead of spending a
I
worker.
can't. Right. Pay 400 for it instead. Is that worth doing?
It depends. If your long-term goal is to reach these 3 level 5 cities, then this is worth 30 points to you.
Yeah. Don't know whether I'll be able to reach all of them. But
No, it's quite tricky.
there's some good points for me to be had in terms of my mountains if I can afford it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
that's a ridiculous build.
Yeah. Okay.
So I need to try and work out my bloke. So I'll stick with the 5 shares
Okay.
for now.
5 shares. Yep.
And that's the end of that, I guess.
Okay. Right. Matthew.
Please may I build? What's the reward in Boston for building?
The reward in Boston for building is not that one. Is that one? It's a blue worker.
Could I build a station there, please?
You can using purple or white.
Purple.
So purple builds a station in Boston, which costs 150.
Yep.
You have gets you a blue worker,
Thank you.
and you also can spend $100 to flip a train.
I'll spend $100 to. If I flip the one with the carriage, does the carriage activate again?
No.
Or not?
No.
I'll flip it back up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All done, Jamie.
I think it's time to lay some tracks again.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a... Sorry. If I use my gray worker there, that'll give me 2 shares. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll just use a white worker.
Okay.
And I'd like to put a track from Washington to Chicago for 400. No, I'm sorry. That would be 4 plus 2, 600, correct?
That would be 600 to go there.
And then 1 track from finish going to Duluth, from Boston to Duluth.
Okay, that's an extra 100, so that's total cost of 700.
And that'll be 4 shares is 5 shares would be 750.
Yep.
And then 50 back. Okay.
50 change.
Yep. All right. Thank you.
Okay. And do you want to do any promoting?
Oh, I think I do have 2.
Yeah. I mean, remember, you can always promote even before you've met the conditions, but on this one, you have actually met the conditions.
Right. I think I want to save that purple worker for now, so
Okay.
I'll wait.
What about
Thank you.
promoting onto this one ready, unless you need the 2 blue?
Yeah, I can put 1 blue guy in that. Sure.
Yeah. Line him up, get him sitting down in his office doing some paperwork.
Thank you.
Right.
Like the
James.
track and trace employees, before the office is ready, employ them.
Yes.
I am going to use a purple worker, please, to build a station in Duluth. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that
I
correctly.
think it's Duluth.
Duluth.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's where we're going.
Okay.
And that is going to cost me, I understand, 250.
250.
Okay, which I have.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get a... Is that a purple or a grey? It's a bit...
Correct.
It's a bit distant. I'll have the grey, please, because I seem to be overrun with purple.
Yeah.
And I get to flip 2 trains, I believe, because my purple worker lets me flip a train
For
for
100.
100, and
First station in Duluth is... Yep. So if you're happy to spend 150,
so I will spend 150.
Yep.
And I get to flip 2 trains.
Or
flip it and flip it back.
One train and flip it back. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see how this works out. We'll start off doing the one with all the wagons.
Okay. So you get 3 advancement points.
Yeah. Which is going to be to push.
Ooh. Choices now.
Can you explain? Can you remind me of the green tiles? I know you went through them once. Can I just see them quickly?
Get a level 5 city, get a level 3 city, get a level 2 city, or place a rail in a 2 triangle space.
A level 5, a level 3, a level 2, or a 2 triangle building.
Right.
And they each cost me 1 worker, no other cost.
Yep.
And where are the level 2 cities? So I could. Or a 2 triangle rail, and the 2 triangle rails, and they are any time. That's right, isn't it?
Anytime on your turn.
So if I'm in the mid, so if I want to build 3 rails, I could build one of build 2 rails. Like if I do the railroad action, I can build one of them, then do the free one, and then do the other one, or any
I believe so.
Of okay. So I'll push my planes bonus tile thing up, which cost me 2. And then I'll spend 1 on the track, and I will take for a white worker, I will take the one that gives me the track in a 2 thing.
Okay. I'm just going to put it there.
Okay, perfect. So that was
Need
my
2 wagons.
Yeah.
Well. So you get a share.
So I get a share, and I get all my workers back.
Yeah.
Which...
And you can buy either a blue or an orange.
So I'm gonna need my blue for the promo for the thingy. So I guess I'll buy another blue, please.
Okay. 250 change. Take another blue.
Okay. And then I could flip another train. How many shares do you get for the share train?
3.
3. That's quite nice.
Or you've got 2 promotions.
Or I could do 2 promotions.
Yeah.
And 2 promotions, that they don't cost anything from the train?
Nope.
Okay, I'll do that.
So double promotion time.
So I will double promote. Now I have a level 3 city, but I'm not connected to. I'm only connected to 1 level 3 city, and I have 2. So I think I will do the blue and purple promotion, please.
Okay. And have you done this or not?
I've not yet. I've got
You've
to
not
connect.
yet.
I've got 1. I think I've only got 1 level 3 city connected.
You do, Duluth. Yep. But you're all set up for when you have.
But I'm not far off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All done?
Yeah. That's great. Thank you.
Right. Ian.
Can I have a quick look at my milestones, please?
Mm-hmm. There we go.
So 3 planes and 2 builds into 3. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not a big one. Okay.
We are currently in Denver.
Yeah. If we can go back out, please. Thank you. Right. So, I've got a blue bloke. Blue bloke. I need to flip my train if I trade. Do I want to trade again? Build Chicago. Get an extra bod. What are the deals, please, Paul?
The current deals are 1 share to flip a train, and or 4 shares to get a blue and a grey worker.
Okay. I've got 5 shares.
You do have 5 shares, yes. So if you triggered the deal, you could do both of those.
Uh, okay, let's do building rails then.
So, say again.
Building rails.
Building
please.
rails with blue. Yep.
So that builds me 3 altogether.
3 pieces of rail. Yep.
Right, so coming out of Denver.
Denver, yep.
Bay.
So we're at 600 at the moment.
Yeah, and then the Triple Mountains,
900.
and then the deal.
So $900 for the building. And then we trigger the deal. And are you doing both of them?
I think so, yes.
Okay. So the first one is to flip a train. Which train would you like to flip?
The top one, please.
Okay. So that is spend $100 to put a piece of track.
So that'll be north from San Francisco, please, to Seattle.
Yeah. And you can also do 1 or 2 advancement points for $100 each.
What's the advantage of that on the right-hand track?
It would get you one of these 2 performance tiles, which, to be honest, if you're going to be building in level 5 cities,
It's possibly worth having.
that one's pretty good.
Okay, let's do that then.
Okay.
So we'll pay 100 for an advancement.
Yeah. That moves you up to there, which gets you... Well, the other one is rails in 1 triangle
I
areas.
don't,
of which
I don't, even, I don't
you've
think
got
I've
none.
got any of those.
None of them at all. Okay. So that can go there.
Paul, can they kind of pass through each other, the promotions? Like, are they called bonus tiles or whatever? Like, if you've got one in 1 and you've got 5 advancement, can it leapfrog 1 and jump to number 3?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, I put it in the left just to avoid that question, but you asked it anyway. I'll have a look at that once Ian's done his turn.
Yeah.
So that was that. That was that. Why were we flipping a train? Can't remember. Lost my train of thought. What were we doing?
Deal.
Deal.
Deal. That was it. Yeah. And then you get a blue and a grey worker. Right. So everybody else gets to do the deal if they want to.
Just going around turn order.
Yep. Yeah. Clockwise for me, Ian.
Is that me first?
Yep. Yeah. Matthew first.
Have I got 4 shares left?
You do have 4 shares.
Can I have the people, please?
Yep. So 4 shares for a blue and a grey. There you go.
Thank you.
I'd spend 1 share to flip my train over.
So 1 share to flip your train. What? Which one?
I'm sorry, flip them both right side. Flip the one that's upside down, right side up.
There you go.
Thank you.
And James?
I will spend 1 share to turn my train with the wagons the right way up.
There you go. Okay.
From a very quick look at the rules, it appears that they have to stay in their same column they start off with the exception of they can go from either of the 3s to the 1
To
4.
the 4s. Yep. Yep.
And it says only 1 can be present in each slot at once,
Yeah.
so
you
I
can't
don't think
jump.
you can overtake.
Yep. Okay, we have a new deal, which is that one. 1 share to exchange a worker and 2 shares to place a rail on the board, not triggering anything and not paying for it. Okay, so Matthew, you're next.
What colour workers have I got
You
spare?
have 2 blue and a grey.
Okay, and down At the bottom, there is a number 4 station I'm joined to. Can't see what the name is.
El Paso.
El Paso.
Yeah.
And what's the reward on that one?
350 cost. It is 3 advancement points for the primary reward, and the first station bonus is to exchange a worker.
Exchange. Oh, what colour for colour?
Anything for anything. Yeah.
Have I got any whites left?
Yeah, you got. Yeah, you can throw whites away.
How many whites have I got?
You got 2.
2. No, I'll use the. Have I got a purple free man?
No, you've got 2 blue and a grey and 2 whites.
Okay, can I put the grey one down onto the station?
Okay. Yeah. And where are you building the station?
In El Paso. So
Okay.
the one at the end of.
So that costs you. Where's all the 50s gone? There. Costs you 350.
Yeah, that's fine.
What are you doing with your 3 advancement points?
On my player board.
Okay. Well, that's 2 of them. So you might as well spend the extra 1 here.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay. And then, are you exchanging? I guess you get rid of
Yes,
this white one.
please. So the white ones.
What colour would you like?
Right, can I have. How much are the level 5 stations? Are they more expensive?
These are 500. Yeah.
Can I have 1 orange and 1 blue then, please?
1 orange and 1.
And that's on the basis I get the first station bonus twice with the grey.
Yes.
Yep.
So you exchange 2 white for 1 orange and 1 blue. Yep.
Yes, please.
Okay, we're good.
Thank you.
Jamie.
I would like to trade.
Okay, using white, purple, or blue.
I would like to trade using purple, please.
Okay. And you're selling a station or a rail.
A station, please.
Okay. And that gets you 800. 5, 6, 7, 8. Putting you on $850. And which bonus would you like?
I believe in the beginning you said there was a bonus that I could place any person on a milestone or whatever they're. I think it's the.
Ignoring the colour?
Yes.
Yeah. Or from the supply?
And that costs $300 from the supply or $100 from just to play any color.
Yeah.
I'll do the $100 to play any color.
Okay. There we go. Which train would you like to attach that to?
The money train.
The money train. Okay.
And then I would like to.
Flip a train.
Yes, please.
Okay.
The $600. The money train.
The money train. So $600 in cash, and you can promote ignoring the colour for 100.
I would like to promote my. Well, let's just promote the white worker then to, and I'll finish. Well, I can't. Yeah, let's promote him to the purple spot.
Okay.
I guess.
That one there. Yep.
And I do believe I have that completed as well.
You are in there and there. Yes, you are. Okay. So your turn is done. We did the trade. We did the thing. You flipped the train. So yeah, you can complete that milestone. Nice.
I think I used my purple one, right? To trade.
Oh yeah, you did, which is 3
I
advancement
got my
points.
advancement still,
Yeah, let's not do that yet. What would you like to do with your advancement points?
I I would like to move, because I believe it costs money to move up to the next tier on my performance tile.
On your personal board, no, it's just 3 advancements.
Okay, let's move that up to level 3 then.
Yeah, there you go. So that's now worth, that's worth 30 points now because you're in both of the level 1 cities. So, okay. And then you complete the milestone.
Yes, correct.
And you get one of these 3. Where should I put them? There, there, and there. Okay. There you go.
The first one.
Okay. It's yours.
And that should leave me with a purple. I'm sorry, not purple. A gray and a blue worker. Is that correct?
Just blue.
I used my gray worker somewhere. I don't remember where I used them.
Gray worker is on the Western Union space.
Ah, thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
James.
Can I ask the space that is in the Western Union, that is to the right of the one that I've got, right, 4 advancement points, that's what you get for there. Okay. And now 4 advancement points. Ugh, I don't really have the money to do that, I think. Because if I do 4 advancement points, I can use 3 on my board.
And one
but that costs money to go up. I think
It's
is it
$300?
$300 to go up to the next
from there
space?
to there.
And I don't get anything there.
It would be 5 points at the end of the game.
Yeah, okay. But I don't really have the money right now. So we could do that in a minute, maybe. I feel like I need money. So now, if I trade with a grey, what does that mean? Except one of the 2 deals, if you do gain a share. Right.
Yeah.
And the okay, I'm going to do that, please.
Okay, so grey worker to trade.
Yeah.
You sell a piece of track.
Yeah.
For 700.
Yeah.
Okay. Which bonus would you like?
The top one is put down a track without.
This is move a station, and this is move a track.
Move a track.
Move a track.
But so presumably you can't move a track from like the middle of your, like if I move the track which connected a city that I've already built in, like am I allowed to break my network with that?
This is the bit that took us ages to write. I'm going to reread what we wrote.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It was a really fiddly bit to write. Move one of your built rails to another available space. Do not pay the cost. Do not trigger the deal. Moving rails with this bonus may mean you are no longer connected to a certain level of city, or that rails no longer occupy spaces with specific icons. This won't affect any milestones you have already completed, but will affect those that are still in progress should the required rails be moved. Note that with the use of this bonus, it is also possible that your rails no longer make up a single contiguous network of unbroken track. However, for all the relevant purposes, you remain connected to a city, provided at least one of your rails is adjacent to it. So yes, you can absolutely make a hole in the middle of your network.
And that's fine, so long as the city has a rail next to it. You're still part of your.
You're still connected.
Right.
Yeah.
The starting rail that starts on the board.
Yeah.
Doesn't have an icon on it, does it?
No, it is nothing.
And I've built out from both of those in both directions, like from that, haven't I? So if I took that rail off, it wouldn't affect anything. Correct. Right. So I will take that bonus, please.
Okay. There you go. So we're taking that bonus. Which train would you like to attach it to?
Let's continue with the super train.
Super train.
Right. So I'm getting confused now. So I used a grey for that.
You used a grey for that. We've sold a thing. We've got a thing and we've attached it. What we haven't done yet is we haven't flipped a train.
We haven't flipped a train. That's true. So we should do that. Yeah, let's do the. Are we allowed to do the grey bonus first? Just because I've got that in my mind.
I think so.
What I want to do.
Yeah, I think so.
So I want to use the one share that I already have, along with the one free share.
Yeah.
To do the bottom half of the 2 share deal thing, and I want that to go into on the expensive place going into Denver from the top.
On the expensive place going into Denver from the top there.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, then I want to flip the train.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the super train, yeah.
Yeah, so 3 advancement points.
So 3 advancement points. Let's do, just for simplicity, the one that's the milestones up to level 3, because that's cost 3 advancement points.
Yeah.
And then I can buy a worker for the wagon.
For 250.
How much have I got there?
That leaves you with 850.
Right. And I need a... Yeah, let's... what colours can I buy?
Blue or orange?
Let's buy an orange.
Okay.
Actually, sorry. Can I change that to a blue?
You can.
Sorry.
Blue.
I then get a share and
you do.
All my workers back.
All your grey worker, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I've got lots of pop-ups pinging. And then the last one is I get to move a trail.
You get to move a rail, yeah.
So I'm going to move that rail, I said the starting one, to the other expensive 3 that's coming down from the place in the middle.
Yep.
I'm then going to use my green bonus tile to build a free track.
Yeah.
Below that one, going into wherever that is.
Houston.
So that's the whole of that train done now, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. So now I think I've done that milestone.
Connected to 2 different level 3 cities. You are connected to 3 different level 3 cities. And you are... Yeah, okay. So that is done.
Sorry, that was a bit of a complicated one.
No, that's all right. It's how it goes. We have our first sea milestones. So I'll zoom in so you can see them. And you get... where can I put them? Let's move the thing. Here we go. So here's your choices. There you go.
Oh my word, right. 3 deals or 3 level 4 cities connected.
Which is all of them, yeah.
3 level 4 cities connected, 2 level 1 cities, 1 level 4 city built in.
Yep.
Or 3... Can you check how many 2 triangles I've done?
You are in 2 triangle spaces.
Right. But I've got to build in 2 level 4 cities.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds quite hard. Because I'm not connected to any of them, am I?
You are not currently connected to any level 4 cities.
But the middle one is even worse because I have to be connected to all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You are also in no deal spaces on the board.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take the middle one, the grey, that one. It's pretty hideous, but...
Yep. It's quite common for people not to achieve their C objectives.
Yeah.
Or milestones.
I'm more fussed about the A's and the B's because that's what my
that's for your bonus.
is all about.
Okay, I think you're all done.
Yes, I'm done, thank you.
Ian.
There was half a plan. I forgot what it was. Trading, I think.
Okay. Using grey or blue?
The blue, I think, because I don't have any shares to do
Okay.
a deal. And that'll give me a double train flip as well.
It will. Yep.
So, we'll trade the rail.
Mm-hmm. Gets you 900. Okay. And where's this going?
Oh, what's the available bonus?
So you can either take one of the tenders at the top, or you can take the promote by spending 300, but you to basically take a worker from the supply. You're hiring external help.
Right. Will that work for me? Yeah, let's take that one then.
Okay. Which train would you like to attach it to?
Stick it on the top one, please.
Yeah. Okay. And then you've got 2 train flips.
So I'll flip the top one twice so that it
So-
triggers it.
Flip it and then trigger it. Yep. So that gets you to place a rail anywhere on the board. Well, following normal rules.
I think I need to build in 2 level 3 cities for that right hand milestone. So I'll go south of Denver, please.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Power up. It's only a 1 pointer, so that'll have to be on the track on the right, please.
So
For my
100
carriage.
to move this up to there.
That costing me money. Outrageous.
No, you didn't want to go up another one, did you? Another one would get you a reward tile.
What do they do for me?
Well, the leftmost one is going to get you into a free level 5 city, which, considering you've got these 2, is actually quite good. These 2 here.
Well, I suppose I'd better do that then.
You spend another 100 for another advancement point. Move up to there. Take that reward tile. You have to discard a worker though to take that tile.
That's okay. The grey bloke I think can disappear.
He's not doing anything. Okay. So that's your advancement point spent, and then you can promote
Is
somebody
that
from.
white worker, Ian's? Does he want to get rid of? Is there a white in his supply there, or is
No,
that
I think
off?
that's
No, that's off to the side.
that's just encroaching into the camera view.
Sorry.
That bloke desperately wants to work for me though.
Yeah, please, please, please. No, get away.
And we've got if I pay another 300,
300.
and I'll take a blue chap from the supply and
That's
do
fine.
do the 18.1.
Yep. Okay.
And I believe that's completed.
Is that complete?
I think that's the end of my turn.
You are in there, and you've got rails connecting to 2 different level 2 cities. Yep, Miami Little Rock, so you can complete that at the end of your turn. So that flips over, and you get a choice of.
Paul,
Yep.
we just need not on this. The deal should have gone because I did that grey deal thing.
Does it trigger the deal?
It says this tile is then discarded and new tile deal.
Does it?
deals.
Right, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure or not. Thank you.
I forgot. I meant to say at the time and then I forgot.
Yeah.
And
Okay, we have a new deal. There you go. I think you're done, Ian.
I'll take the middle one, please.
Okay. There we go. Right. Matthew.
What is the new deal? Just so we can be.
New deal is that. Surprise, surprise, man with beard in top hat.
1 share to buy a blue for 200.
Yeah.
3 shares to
Put
do
a
something.
station on any city.
Irrespective of whether you.
I think you've got to be connected to it, but it doesn't cost any money and you don't get any bonuses.
Okay.
Oh, Paul, did you say I just got a benefit of getting a free build, or was that the green tile?
Yes.
Free level 5 build, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can use it now if you want.
I might as well.
Okay. Yeah, which city do you want to put it in?
Do I get bonuses from it?
Nope, you don't get anything. It's purely for the completing milestones and end game scoring stuff.
In which case, it might be better to leave it for a little.
Yeah, leave it for now because you might build in one yourself. Okay, right.
Okay.
Matthew, I think you're up.
My technology tile that's on my player board. Could you just tell me what that was again?
Your thing on the performance tile.
Performance track.
So it is 4 points for each station that you have on the board in a city where the primary reward is advancement points.
Okay, and that's currently on worth
Denver,
8 points for each one.
Denver, San Francisco,
El Paso
and El Paso.
and Chicago.
Oh
no, sorry.
Primary reward.
Primary reward, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, it's San Francisco, Denver, and El Paso.
Okay, and what colours have I got left to use?
You have 3 blue and 1 orange.
Okay, can I use a blue engineer to build track, please?
Blue engineer to build track, which is 3 pieces of track.
Okay, and down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can head out, there's a 2 mountain, a plain, and then a 1 mountain.
Yeah, that's 400, 500, 600, 700.
Have I got enough?
You do, you got loads. You've still got 750 after spending that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And that triggers a deal.
Have I got any shares? No.
You have no shares, so no deal for you.
I pass on the deal.
Yeah, Jamie, you have 1 share.
I will. Oh man, that'd be nice to have the extra worker. I'll pass.
Okay, James,
Pass.
Ian.
I've got no shares, have I?
Okay, right. We didn't like him. He can go. Sorry, mate. See you next week. Right, there's the new one.
What is that, a new train for the
Yep,
3 shares?
3 shares for a train.
Or 1 share for, and 200 for a grey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Jamie.
I'm gonna lay tracks. I'm gonna use my blue worker to lay tracks,
Yeah, so that's 3 pieces of track.
and I'm gonna go from Duluth to Bismarck.
Yep.
That's 700, and then my 3rd track will be the free track to finish going to Chicago.
There.
Yes,
So 700.
correct.
There you go. That triggers a deal.
Yeah.
I will spend my last share to get it's a gray worker, correct?
It is a share and 200 to get a grey worker. Yep.
Yep. So, 1 share left, and I'll spend $200.
Yep. And you now have $450 left. And you just gained a grey worker. Anybody else doing the deal?
Oh, it's tempting. No, I don't think I can afford it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ian, you got no shares?
No shares.
Matthew, no shares. Okay. James, you're up.
What's the new deal?
Oh, the new deal is... Ooh, not that many people have got shares.
4 shares. Wow. Okay. I feel like to start off with, we had loads of shares and we were
Yeah.
doing all the deals, and now
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's a big deal.
Well,
to,
people went to the
yeah.
telegraph offices quite early, so
Yeah. Okay, I am going to. use a blue worker to do the railroad action.
Blue worker to do the railroad action, building 3 pieces of...
Build 3 pieces of track, and I am going to build. Along the bottom of the board,
Yep.
I'm going to build up to that level 4 city. It's El Paso, I think.
So
From
El
Houston
Paso.
to El Paso.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go to the other 2 level 4 cities. No, I'm going to go up.
Oh, up. Yeah, there and there. Nice.
So that's
400, 500, 600.
600.
And another deal.
And another deal.
Wow. Lots of deals. Flinning.
Unfortunately, I am not going to actually partake of the deals.
Nobody else has any shares, so he disappears as well. Okay, you get the final one. Although you do just keep going, I think, unless you're supposed to shuffle them, I'm not sure. I've just been putting them to the bottom face up.
I think that's all it says.
Okay, right.
I'll check it, but that's two train flips. Oh, that's quite nice.
Yeah, train flips, yeah. 3 shares. But it means people need to have shares. Okay, so you're all done. Ian.
Team of blokes off.
Yeah, he's all come off.
Yeah, you are supposed to shuffle them.
Okay, so when they're out, you shuffle them.
It says place them in a discard pile face down, so that
okay.
so that you know when you've got to the end.
Yeah.
Right. Things to do. What's the Seattle bonuses, please, Paul?
Seattle bonuses is... Oh, hang on. I need to put that one on. That one. It is a purple and an orange worker. And if you are first there, you can spend 200 to do 2 promotions.
Right, let's go in there then. And that won't cost me anything because if I use my orange bloke, that's no cost, correct?
Yep, if you use your accountant to build a station, you can basically go into Seattle for free.
Right.
So you get purple and orange. So, purple and orange, except I've put blue on instead of red. There you go. And you want to do 2 promotions?
I've got plenty of blokes now, haven't I?
You have lots, yeah.
So,
Short on cash though.
I've got, what, 500?
You got 500, yeah.
So yeah, let's do. So one of those orange blokes has already been used. So do I want to do 2 promotions? So yeah, if I do. What's the bottom part of the left-hand milestone?
2 have stations in 2 level 3 cities. You currently have Denver.
1.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, they're both the same. They're both stations in 2 level 3 cities. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the build cost of that southern level 3 station?
Houston is 250.
Okay. So if I put a orange and a blue on the right hand one,
Yep.
then that'll be the orange guy that's come off the action. So I've still got the orange bloke left to play next turn.
Okay. I don't think I put the orange bloke
I think
on
you
the
might have. I think you did it on the wrong board.
Yeah, I did. There you go. Fixed.
That's why you put the blue thing on.
That's why I put the blue thing on. I was, yeah. I'm trying to get the African guys up on Discord for the Codenames game after this while trying to actually run this game as well. So. Multitasking. Definitely need to get that cloning machine working. It was working last week, but then something went wrong and we don't talk about it. So.
Okay, so I think that's me done.
Okay.
Because I did the build.
Yep.
I've done my promotions, although I can't complete that one just yet.
Yep. Okay, Matthew.
Yep.
Can I use please may I use a blue engineer to build 3 rails?
Yeah. There you go.
I'll have one heading up into San Francisco.
Yep.
One heading from El Paso to Salt Lake City.
Still 400.
And then one from Salt Lake City to Denver.
500, 600. Okay. $600
And
split.
that leaves me with 150, yeah?
You have $150 in cash. That triggers a deal. You have no shares. Jamie has no shares. James has 1 share. Ian has no shares. James, would you like to activate the deal?
Oh yeah, no. I needed another turn. I wanted to do the bottom half of the deal.
Yeah. Okay, so they get shuffled. And there you go.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, so you're done. Jamie.
I'm going to use my gray worker to build a station in Bismarck.
Station.
But actually, Paul, what's the first station bonus there?
It's flip
see
a
it.
train.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So because you used the grey worker, you get to do it twice. But that gives you 350.
Leaves me
leaving you
$100.
$100 in cash. You get any worker of your choice, and you can do 2 train flips.
I would like the worker I would like would be an orange worker,
Yeah.
and let's go ahead and flip my train that lets me put somebody on a promote somebody.
The one that you started with.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yeah.
So you get $300 for the wagon, and you can do 2 promotions.
That gray worker I just got, let's put him on my. Oh, wait a minute. Nope,
mean
I
the
can't do
orange
that.
one?
No, I didn't. Yeah, orange. I'm sorry. Yes. Shoot, I didn't finish that one.
Remember, you can still put the work onto the.
Yeah,
milestone.
let's go ahead and put that orange worker on that one. Finish that one
Yeah.
off.
Okay.
And then I don't have to do 2 promotions
Nope.
if I don't want
Nope.
to. Okay.
Don't think so.
Yeah. That'll be good
Okay.
on that, and then I can flip another train. So let's flip the other face down one, or the money train
The money
face
train
up.
back up.
Yes.
Okay, done. Right, okay. Oh, Kelly says, welcome to Washington. It's up her neck of the woods. Cool. Right, James.
The telegraph stations. Is there one of
Yes.
them that allows you to promote workers? Yes, there is, isn't there?
There's this one here.
Right, but I've not built many stations, so I don't feel like that's telegraph's the way to go for me. But I need to promote. Right, I think what I'm going to do. Sorry, can you zoom back out? I think what I am going to do is the level. Can I just look at the 3 level 4 cities bonuses?
Yeah.
El Paso, right. Okay, yeah, not that one. That doesn't help. Oh, so that is get a share and promote a worker, is it?
Yeah.
And then get any worker.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems like it might help. And how much is that? 400?
Salt Lake City is 400.
Okay, so I'll use my orange dude to build a station in Salt
So
Lake
it's
City.
3. Yeah. Get a share.
And then yeah,
A worker of your choice.
right. Which I only have 1 grey worker on both my milestones need grey workers, so I think needs to be a grey worker.
Okay.
And then I get to promote one of my workers.
Yep.
And I will promote a. Don't think it matters. One of the ones onto the B building, the 24 purple. Let's go for purple onto onto that one.
There you go. Right. All done.
I think that's everything.
So, Ian.
What's the bonus for San Francisco, please?
Bonus for San Francisco is 3 advancement points, and then the first station bonus is another 1 advancement point and promote a worker.
Okay. So it can come back out, please.
Paul, I don't believe you said yet, but after the end's triggered, does everybody get to finish the round, or how does that work?
So you finish the round, which ends with Ian, and then you all get 1 more turn.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, let's use my orange bloke to build into San Francisco then.
Yep. That's free.
So the 3 points for my triple mountain on my Roman numerals tracks, please.
Yep.
And then I guess the single point is going to have to be on the right-hand track on the board.
Will cost you $300, but we'll get you 5 points at the end of the game.
That's not the least bit annoying. Yeah, go on. I'll have to do it.
Okay. Skint.
The way I think.
And promotion. One
Right,
promotion
so
if you want
with
it.
Do I want to blow the orange bloke away again? That's just ridiculous. I think I possibly did things the wrong way around, but it's a bit late now. No, we'll leave him for now.
Okay.
That green tile that gives me the free building
just
the
use it now?
5 6. Does that count for points even though I'm not connected by rail?
I think you might have to be connected. What did we say earlier on?
I think you said you had to follow the normal rules.
I think we did. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Is it in a rail or city as indicated? No, course you don't trigger an ED. Don't. You must follow the normal connection rules. Yes, you can't put it in San Diego just yet.
No, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's me done then, I guess.
Okay, Matthew.
Please, may I go into San Francisco?
Using which worker?
How much is some? I haven't got.
More
What
than
have I
you've
got?
got.
150.
Yeah. So I guess the orange one.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
orange one, please.
Orange one, blue worker in San Francisco is 3 advancement points.
And that'll be on my player's board, moving my tactile up.
That moves up there. Okay.
Thank you.
Quick done. Jamie?
I think I need to.
Well,
I think I need to trade. Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
I'm going to trade with my purple worker.
Trade with the purple worker. You trade. What would you like to trade? Rail or a station?
Yikes. Let's go with the rail.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, you still get the tender.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Which train would you like to attach that to?
The money train that's flipped up.
Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Is
Yes.
that? Why I've got your trains upside down and your player, but yeah.
It's because the boards were the other way around when you started setting
They
up.
were, and I flipped the boards round and forgot to flip the trains over. So upside down trains.
Let me finish off that action by flipping up, face up my other train.
What is it you were doing? You were... Oh, sorry, you're trading.
I was trading.
You're trading.
Yes.
So you flip face up the other train. Yep.
Correct.
And you get 3 advancement points.
Yes. So the track on the board, that doesn't affect the multiplier with your performance tiles, correct?
No.
Okay.
Separate things.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's to move that last one to spot 4. It costs $300.
Nope. It's 3 advancement points and a worker.
Oh, and a worker. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you can either do that.
I think it's worth it though. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So boom, that goes there.
And let's get rid of one of the white workers. Yeah.
Yeah. Get rid of that.
And I think that's everything.
Apparently my voice is deep at the moment. Now, I do have the occasional problem with my microphone that it does a weird thing with my voice. So yeah, let me know if it is really weird or it's just deep 'cause I'm tired. Because if there's a problem with it, I can reboot my microphone setting. Yeah, let me know in the chat.
It sounds like you're slow.
Okay,
You know,
right.
you run something back a little bit slow.
Yeah,
Not a lot.
I'm gonna reboot it.
I thought it was just a personal comment about Paul then. It sounds like you're a bit slow.
You've got to be careful because that's like minus 20 points.
I seem to have put your station in the wrong
Yes. I'm going to be a bit slow with moving you up the score track.
What happened to the Milestones, Jed?
James is on minus 50 points anyway because of the Jaffa Cake comment. So
Yeah, well, yeah.
there you go.
You're going to go in for it. Go in for it full. Yeah, you're sounding much better.
Yeah, I think we're back. Let me know if that's okay. I've rebooted my Zoom.
Yeah, you sound better now.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just, why can't I have one piece of technology that works? Because at the moment, it's one thing or another. I don't know. Anyway, where were we up to?
My turn was over, I believe. So it should
Okay,
be
so
James's turn.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I will please use my blue worker to trade.
Yeah. So you have to get rid of the station.
So I am going to get rid of a station, yeah.
900.
Which gets me 900, which is a nice...
I'll tell you what, Jamie, I don't
change.
think I gave you the money for your trade.
No, I don't think you did.
No. So you should have 900 as well.
Yes. So that should give me $1,300
You
total.
have
Paul?
$1,300.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay, James, what are you doing with the station?
Can I see the option?
You can.
What station? The stations. Oh yeah, sorry. Where's it going over here?
Yeah, the one that you're trading away.
Yeah. So I've got move a Western Union thing, which doesn't sound fantastic.
Not for you. It's completely.
Well, actually, I don't know because I have got 2 level 1. So is there a level 1? Is there a bonus for things in level 1 cities? Because if there is, I've got as many as you're allowed.
No.
There is the 6 points for level 1s on the right.
Oh, sorry. Those, but
So
yeah, those
if
bonuses.
I moved that and then placed another one,
Yeah.
so that is possible.
If you can do all of that before the end of the game, yeah.
Yes. So I will. I think I'll take that one, please.
Okay. So that
The one that I think it was near the top, wasn't it? That you took it from.
You're right. Definitely near the top.
And that will go on. It will
Mega
not
train?
go. No, it will not go on the mega train. It will go on the promote train.
Okay.
And then I get 2 train flips
Right.
because I use a blue worker.
Mm-hmm.
So I will flip and then I will unflip and then reflip the promote train to promote 2 more workers
Okay. And move a thing.
and move a thing.
Okay.
So I will promote. Ooh, do I want to promote both greys or do I want to promote a grey and a purple? I think I'm more likely to want the grey. So I'll promote a grey onto the one that's that one.
Yeah.
And a purple onto the other one.
Okay.
And I think I've still got. Have I got 5 workers now?
You got 5. Yeah.
So I'm still allowed to promote 1 more in a minute,
You are.
which is good. And I'll move the Western Union thingy over to the 5th one. No, no, you were in the right place. The
sixth
sixth
one.
sorry.
Okay.
Because that last one is the tile is
Promote.
but you have to pay a worker to promote, don't you? But that's fine. Yeah, that's more. I'm more likely to want it.
Yeah. Okay.
That one is pay a worker to get a train.
This is pay a worker to get a train. This is pay a worker to do 2 promotions.
2 promotions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you put it in the 5th one? Sorry, and then I'm done.
That's fine. Okay. We're done. Ian.
Need money, so I suppose I need to trade. What's my best option here?
Oh, sorry, I've done that milestone.
This one.
That's why I did that. That B milestone, I've done it. I think.
So
if you
flip
can
that
double
over.
check it.
You needed 1 level 3 city.
3, which is Duluth, or Duluth, or whatever
Duluth.
how you pronounced it.
And connected to 3 level 3 cities.
Duluth. Yeah, anyway, I think I've done
Yellow
it.
is connected to that one, and that one. So, yep, you have done it.
Sorry, Ian, I forgot that I needed to do that.
Always
It's
with the
7 p.m.
interference,
Yeah.
Jack.
Can you
Yeah.
put something on
The
somewhere?
disqualification.
There you go. Right, they are your new ones to choose from. I just need to put a post on the Codenames video because that should be going live now. And of course, it's not. So I will just put something on there.
I think it's highly unlikely that I'm going to be able to do. Have I got 3 planes? I think I should. Hopefully.
You're yellow.
Yes. So I've got. Yes, I have. Yeah.
1.
So I'll take the
2,
one
3.
on the
Yeah.
left.
Okay.
I think it's unlikely that I'm going to get to it, but
No, probably not at this stage. Okay.
Right, so I'm trading with my blue cap, I think.
Okay. So you're trading with the blue one. Would you like to trade a station or a rail?
I think a rail.
Okay. Gets you 1,000. And where would you like to play? Oh, it goes in the top. Gets you a tender.
Fine. So stick it
Does
on the
that
end
cool
of the
game
long-
end?
No, I think it's when you've removed all of the pieces to your left of your board.
there's all of the sections that are playable to the left. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you can put that on the end, that tender on the end of the long train, please, Paul.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll use my 2 flips to trigger that train.
So flip and flip again. Okay, so for $100, you can place a track somewhere. I don't know where this is going.
Connects there, yeah.
Yeah. You get a share. You can gain 2 advancement points if you want to.
That's going to cost me 200 notes, isn't it?
Yeah. But
yeah,
we'll get you 12 points.
yeah, let's do some of that then.
Assuming you're doing this one.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Makes sense. I'll just have a look at the new ones on the other side, but that makes more sense, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think any of them are going to be worth 12 to you. No, not quite. And then you can promote from the supply if you want to.
For how much?
300. It depends if you're going to be able to do any of these milestones.
They're all complete, I think. If I build into that 3 station at the bottom there, but I've got to do that yet.
Yeah.
is the problem.
Okay.
But I think I need to pay for a grey bloke, otherwise I'm not going to pick one up. So let's do that. Let's pay the
Okay.
300 and get a grey fella in there.
So 300 to hire a grey worker from an external supply and promote him. Okay. Blooming consultants.
At least I'll stand half a chance of
Yeah.
getting that.
Okay, cool. So that's that done, that's that done. You traded, you've done the 2 train flips.
Yeah, I think that's
So,
it.
Matthew.
Please may I go down to the telegraph office
Uh-huh.
to
With your
the-
remaining blue worker.
Yep, and that's a left down at the bottom.
This one here.
So where I am, where I've got the rightmost 3, the next one along,
Yep.
which I think allows you, if you discard a person
4 advancements.
for advancements, and I can discard anyone, can I?
Yep. You get 2 shares for going there.
I don't need an orange one, do I? To claim my
do
cards, I need blue and
Yeah.
purple, isn't it?
Blue, purple and grey.
Purple.
Yeah.
So that's fine. And I'll discard one of my orange ones.
Okay.
And
So
I will
there.
move on my player board up to level 4.
Yeah, so that's 3 of the advancement points, but you have to discard a worker to do that.
Yeah, discard an orange one.
Another orange one. Get rid of the orange ones.
And-
And the other 1 advancement point can go here. Just in case.
Thank you.
Okay. And what else happens? You can activate the ability of this space again by spending 400.
Yeah, I haven't got 400.
Where you've got a couple of shares, so you do have it
Yeah.
if you need it.
Yeah, no, I don't. If I go up 4, I've got to pay more money, and I just
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, that's
see
fine.
it.
Okay, Jamie.
I would like to build a station with my gray worker.
Grey worker building a station. Okay.
I'd like to build a station in Duluth.
Yep. So cost you 250. You get a purple or a grey, and then you may flip a train for 50, which I assume
Okay.
you're going to do.
Yes. Let's take a. You said purple or gray. Is that correct?
Yes.
Let's take a purple worker
Okay.
and I can flip a train for 350. Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
For 50. I've already spent your 50, assuming that you were going to flip
okay.
a train.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go with my money train.
Okay, so that's 600. You may then spend 100 to promote ignoring the colour.
Is it just one time or
Just one time. Yep.
Okay, I'll spend 100, and I'm gonna promote a.
White.
Yeah, why not?
You still
Let's
have
promote
a
the
white.
white worker to the orange spot
Yeah.
on my last one.
Okay, and I gave you a share as well.
Thank you. Is that everything?
Where did you build? Yes, because you used the grey, which means you got the bonus. So yeah, we're good.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
James.
I'm going to use the white worker, please, to do the telegraph action,
Oh,
and I'm going to put. Jamie, did you?
yeah. I'm sorry. I realized I did finish my one milestone that I had the 2 workers on already.
Oh right.
2
okay.
promotions because I needed that station in level 3 city.
Yeah. Okay, so that can be done.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. So that flips over. So that's the B. So you get a choice of. Let's move it around to an appropriate position. There we go. You get a choice of that one, or that one. Oh, and I think my microphone's just come out.
I don't think I'll be getting any. Well, let's go with the first one.
My headphones have just popped out of the computer. So hopefully it's back. Going with the first one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Goes on there. That goes on there. Okay. Right, so James.
Thank you. So I was doing the white worker to put a telegraph station to the right of the and I get 2 shares.
Mm-hmm.
And I can discard a worker, but I don't want to do that.
Okay.
But I use the white worker so I can promote.
You can.
So I'm going to promote the grey, and I believe I've completed that.
So you need to be connected to 3 different level 4 cities. Check. You need to be built in 2 level 1 cities. Check. And you need to be built in 1 level 4 city. Check. Nice. Okay. So you're now going to see the D milestones.
Yeah.
Which don't always come out.
I don't think there's a lot of point in me looking.
No,
at. But there might be one that I was like, do all of this stuff that you've already done.
It's good to see them because they require any 2 workers.
So 3 level 5s, I haven't got that, and I'm not going to get it, so that one's out. 3 level 2s built and 3 level 5s connected, not going to happen. Well, that's not going to happen either, but we'll keep that one.
Yeah, if you're going to go for... If you're going to try and get the D milestones, you need to go through your milestones quite early.
Yeah. And by the looks of things, you need to know that you're going to get to level 5 cities.
Yeah.
They also have... Okay.
I think you're done. Ian.
Yeah, I am done, yeah.
I am going to build with, I think, the purple bloke.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to pay to build in that level 3 place.
Houston.
Yes.
That's 250. This is going to trigger the end of the game because I think I know what's about to happen. So you get a blue or an orange worker.
Go orange, please.
Yeah.
I will use the purple bloke to promote rather than flipping trains.
So you can use it as if it was white. Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll promote the orange bloke that's on the track. The one that's on my board rather than the one that's new.
Sure. Okay.
And then if I play that one.
Yeah. That goes there.
And that
End of the game is triggered.
And I've got both of those.
You've done both of these milestones. So let's just check. 3 mountainous terrains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 level 3 cities. Denver, Houston. Yeah. 3 plains. 1, 2, 3. And 2 level... Yeah. Okay. Nice. So I'll flip them over. Are you going to be able to do these? Probably not.
Probably not. But
Probably not. Okay. Because that has triggered the end of the game, and because you were the last player, that means this is now going into the last round. So everybody basically has one more turn, and then we're going to score.
What's that one with the 3 big mountains? The big mountains on it, on the right-hand side top. And 2 level 4. I don't have the 2 level 4s, but we might as well take that one anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't think I've got any of the others either, so it doesn't really matter, Paul, whichever.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So, Matthew, last turn of the game.
Yeah, there's no multiple promotion places, is there?
You can do 2 promotions in some cases with your train.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
got to turn that on.
It
I
does
will
cost you 8
build.
points, but
Yes. I'll build
you
in
get
the
your workers back.
centre. An orange one in the centre.
Orange
I
one
can't see.
to
Is
build the
it
station.
Denver, is it? Can't see.
Yep. That gets you 2 advancements.
Sorry. Yeah, 2 advancements.
2 advancements, which is that to there, which gets you this.
It's going to have to go on the tech track, isn't it?
Might be worth a couple of points to you. No, it's actually worth
More.
6.
And that's it.
That's all right.
Thank you.
All done. Jamie, your last turn.
I'm going to trade so I can get advancements. I'm going to use my purple worker to trade.
Yeah. station or rail? It probably doesn't matter at this stage.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so that gets you 1,000. Loads of money.
And,
Loads of worthless money.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Flip a train.
Yeah, let's flip over the one that's upside down.
Yeah.
So I can get the victory points off that.
Yep, and 3
And
advancements.
then-
We are back again. Apologies, the software crashed again. You haven't missed anything. We're back on, and Jamie was just spending his last achievement point on there.
Game
Isn't going to
changer.
get anything, but
Yeah, that's what's gonna break everything right there.
it looks nicer. Okay,
I think I get all my workers back,
you do all 4 of them.
and I think the best thing that I've come up with is to use the blue to trade, so that I have more worthless money. But it just lets me flip. I'm going to flip both of them because it's blue.
Okay,
So
Both
that's
of them
16
over.
points, and I can't see I'm going to get 16 points any other way.
Sell something, get £1,000, buy some more games. Ian, your last turn of the game.
I think I am going to Western Union.
Mm-hmm. With
Think it matters which colour.
okay,
I shall be going to extend my 3 into 4 into the so 2 shares and then bin a bloke for 4
yeah.
improvement.
Spend a random bloke, 4 advancements.
Have I got enough bloke to do that?
You've got enough blokes. So I'll tell you what, let's take that back. Don't use the orange, use the blue. Because then the blue allows you to use this ability by paying $400 instead of a worker.
Which I cunningly have in shares.
Which you now have in shares. So that's 2 shares and 100 allows you to lose one of them for 4
And then
advancement points.
then I've still got the bloke.
Sorry, yes, you haven't lost that, have you?
He's
You
got
now-
5 million anyway, isn't he?
Yeah, you got five.
Yeah, but
five now.
I think I'm confusing myself.
No, I think we got it right. I think you spend a worker to move that to there, and you got 1 advancement point left, which
Yeah,
allows you
I
to go
haven't
to
got
there.
2 workers, so yeah, I needed
Yeah.
to do the
Yeah.
pay.
My bad, I misunderstood what was.
And I think I'll have to leave it in your hands to see which is the best one of those 4, because I won't have a view of the board.
There you go. So yeah, so it's this one is going to get you points for level 3 cities that you are in. You are in
that'd
2
be
of
eight.
them, so that'll be worth 6 points. Rails in deal
8.
spaces.
8 points.
Is it 8?
It's
Oh
4
yeah, sorry,
points.
4.
Sorry.
Yeah. This is 2 points for each rail in a deal space. You are in 1, 2 deal spaces. Each B and C milestone that you've completed, 4 points.
So that's
So
also 8.
That's also 8.
Yeah.
And 2 points for each different level of city you're in. Well, you're in a 1. You're not in a 2.
5, I think.
You're in 1, 3, and 5. So that'd be 6 points. So either of them, it doesn't matter. So I'll stick that one on.
Sure.
There you go. Okay. So scoring.
Paul,
Yep.
can I be terribly rude? I'm sorry. I've got a friend's. It's a friend's birthday today, and since we both
disappear.
replied so much,
Yeah.
and I will find out how it's gone in a
Yeah.
little while when I watch it back.
Now, you actually initiated this Skype call, didn't you?
I did. If I leave
So,
it, is that going to
Could
cause
you
a
just
problem?
leave it running?
Yeah, that's fine.
That'd be great.
I will just hit mute on.
Yeah. Cheers, James. Thank you very much. Right, let's do the scoring.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Cheers, James.
Right. Okay. So first of all, blue for your performance tiles. So this performance tile at the top is 4 points for each station that you have on the board in a city that gets you an advancement bonus, which is San Francisco and Denver and El Paso. So that's 12 multiplied by 4. It's 48.
Yeah.
48. Nicely done. Next one is 2 points for each 1 triangle space that you are in, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8 points. Okay. Yellow performance tiles. So 9 points effectively for each A and B milestone completed. James did 4 of those, so that's 36. And his second one is 4 points for each planes that he's built in, which is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think 3 planes. So that's 12. Okay, next, red. So your performance tiles. First of all, this top one. It is 12 points for each mountainous region you built in, which was a lot, wasn't it?
5, I believe.
3, 4, 5. So that's 60. Plus 8 points for each level 5 city you're in. 24. Plus 8 for the bottom one. Okay. And black performance tiles. That is 20 points for each level 1 city you're in, I think. You're in 2 of them. So that's 40 for the first one. And the second performance tile is 4 points where you have the first station bonus in each different... Oh, in any.
I think I have 3.
So you have that one, and that one. Yeah, so that's 3 times 2 times 2 is 12. Okay, so that's the performance tiles done. The easy bit is this one. It's 5 points for red. Okay, next one is Western Union. So this is going to take a little bit of maths to sort out. Let's do blue first. So blue has 7 points for each station in a level 2 city, which is Miami, Boston, and I think that's it. Yeah, so 2 of those.
Yeah, just 2.
That's 14. Plus 6 points for each level 1 city you're in, which was none of them.
None of them.
Yeah, none of them. And then 4 points for each rail that you have connected to different levels of city. So you are connected to a 1, you are connected to a 2, you are connected to a 3, and a 4, and a 5. So that's all 5, so that's 20. So 14 plus 20. Okay. Yellow Western Union is this one, which is 6 points multiplied by 2, so that's 12. 12 for yellow. Red Western Union is 30 points for this.
Yep.
How many level 4s were you in? None? None. How many level 3s were you in? 2?
2.
So that's 18. So that's 30 plus 18, so that's 48.
That's it, I believe.
48. And black is this one, which is 7 points for each level 2 city you're in, which is...
Just 1.
Just the 1. Okay, so that's 7. Right, milestones. Blue's milestones. 36. Yellow's milestones. This is where James did well.
Yeah, he did really well, mate.
18, so that's 36. 60, 90, 114. Reds is 36. 36 plus 52, 88.
Sounds about right.
And blacks is 36, 58. And then finally trains. So blues trains, 1, 2, 3, 4 face-up trains, 36. Yellow's face-up trains is 3, so that's 24. Red's face-up trains, 1, that's 8. Black's face-up trains, 2, 16. Okay, anybody want to guess who's won?
I think James has probably just picked me, I think. How many of those tiles did he do? Did he do 2
He
Cs?
did 5. He did 2 A's, 2 B's, and he did a C. So,
Wow.
right.
I was just trying to work. He sounded like he was a lot more than 24 points ahead of me.
Well, let's add them up. So blue, 48, 56, 56, 66, 70, 90, 126, 162. So 162 for blue. Yellow, that's 48. That's 60. That's 174. 198 for yellow. Red is 60, 84, 92, 97, 145, 145, 233, 241 for red.
Wow.
Okay. 52, 59, 117, 133 for black. Okay, so final scores. Black 133, blue 162, yellow 198, and red 241. So quite a difference in the scores. Congratulations, Ian.
Thank you very much.
Boom. I mean,
Yes,
yeah,
congratulations.
you got a lot of points from your performance tiles.
My performance tiles worked well with my the little square tiles.
Yeah.
Of your wrist, the milestone.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
So what did I score on my milestones? 86.
Milestones, you scored 88.
88, and James.
James
so
got 114.
he's-
So
Yeah, he's only 20 some odd ahead of me, isn't he? Which is
Yeah.
about right.
Yeah.
It sounded more than that when you said 114. I was like, hang
Yeah.
on a minute.
yeah.
But,
Cool.
Wow.
Right.
Didn't think
Well,
I'd done that well.
I really enjoyed that after the rough start because I didn't
Thanks for the
remember how
teach,
to play.
Paul.
Yeah. Apologies, it wasn't as good as my normal teach would be, but I'm happy with that. Obviously, software crashes aside, I hope people watching it had a good time.
Thank you for having us.
No, anytime.
Yes.
This was Railroad Revolution with the Railroad Evolution expansion. Now, the people that I've spoken to who played Railroad Revolution beforehand was like, it's an okay game, it's good, but it's not as good as the other Watch Your Game titles. However, you add in the Railroad Evolution expansion, and again, I do a lot of work for Watch Your Game, so this isn't my opinion, this is just what everybody's telling me, although I agree. Addition of the Railroad Evolution expansion takes it up so it's as good as the other, solid Watch Your Game titles.
Yeah, I would agree.
Cool. Right. Well, I'm half an hour late for my next stream, so I'm going to have to be rude and dash off.
All right. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen.
yeah,
It's
thank
been
you.
a pleasure.
Yeah,
All right,
pleasure.
spend the afternoon.
I will
Thank
see you all in 5 minutes live on the channel for Codenames. Until next time, we'll see you then.
What's happening tomorrow, Paul?
Tomorrow, I'll send you a message in a minute.
Excellent.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers all. Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.